Tree.
Give me a second person and take down just about anything.
Oh shit! I got strong legs. I could be like a
You
good
don't really
base.
use your legs too much.
See, that's the only thing I could do. I'd have to like grab them,
It's
like
actually,
Sonya Blade
manipulating the
style.
person, so they're like kind of off balance.
Okay.
Still like safe and comfortable. And then you watch them to make sure that they're not, dying.
Right. Well, good to know.
I'm dying. Help me.
I usually don't get lucky and get that job.
I thought you were gonna say I don't get lucky. They usually die. It doesn't work out well.
I usually don't get the job of watching and taking notes.
3, 2, 1. Go. Oh, that music's still playing.
Yeah, I didn't.
Go Nintendo Podcast. What's 922? The Paul Mo Podcast. Mom Brain, tell us about Paul Mo, please.
PC, would you like to tell everyone about?
Oh, that means Mom Brain
Oh.
doesn't want
No,
to.
I
Okay,
absolutely
I'll
would. It's just
do
that
it.
PC's never here, and I thought I'd give her the opportunity.
I am rusty, so we'll see how this goes.
If you hate Pokemon, just say you hate Pokemon.
I don't.
Okay. Well.
Well, PC, go ahead.
All
Tell us
right.
about
Right.
Paul Mo.
Let's see. When its group is attacked.
Paul Mo dead? That's a Simpsons
I
reference.
know. A little show called The Simpsons. I've heard of it.
Palmo is
Then it just self-destructs. Palmo is the first to leap into battle, defeating enemies with a fighting technique that utilizes electric shocks. Height 1 foot 4 inches. Weight 14.3 pounds. I can't talk. Male and female, and its category is mouse. So isn't that adorable?
Thank you, PC.
Wait, I don't do the abilities?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right. I was
Sorry,
waiting
sorry,
till
sorry,
it said end of Pokemon section.
You're right.
God. Abilities, natural cure. The Pokemon status conditions are cured when it switches out, and Volt Absorb if hit by an electric type move. The Pokemon has its HP restored instead of taking damage. End of Pokemon section.
God damn it.
Finally.
Thank you, PC.
Okay.
Well, there's your surprise. PC is here today.
Hi.
She's filling in for Nicky Hill. Nicky Hill, we speak your name.
I didn't have any circuses to go to, so here I am.
Mom Brain is here.
I'm here.
And Deux is here. Ooh. And of course, Josh Grobot is here, my friend from college days. How you doing? I'm feeling. Oh, never mind. Okay. Anyway,
Bro.
oh,
Why would you say that?
I'm not as good as
Moving
you,
on.
but I thought I'd try.
Moving on.
Oh, all right. Is this quiet? Josh, are you quiet?
Did you know you can win money just for playing Tetris? $5,000 is on the line
Thank
tonight in Tetris prime time.
George is here. George, how are you doing? Hey, yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I'm George.
Is that
Good
a
to see you,
duet?
George.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that they're working on an album together. I didn't want to say anything, but I guess we just got a little
That's what
preview
I
right now.
sound like.
Yeah, turn Josh's program up.
I want my share of the limelight.
Josh has had it to himself for far too long. Let me say hello to the Discord. Hello, Mike Roddick and Radical T-Fect and Gecko Kitsune and Alternate Liz and Thrillmo and Malakalo and PC and Backseat Studios and Freddie Fro and Mom Brain and Roth and whoever else I didn't see in here yet. Thanks for joining us on this random Hi Drake Friday
It's
podcast.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday
Friday.
podcast. I appreciate it. We got a good amount of things to talk about this week, but not too much in the way of top
Let's
stories.
give
but
them something to talk about.
things I've been excited to talk about. First off, I got a little something in the mail from Simogo. Simogo is the developer of Sayonara Wild Hearts, but they're also working on Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which just got a release date, and I don't remember what it's like. May something or other. Wrestling date, May?
19th.
Oh, very good.
It's Pop's birthday.
It's not May 19th, but Lorelei release date.
I saw the Lorelei Rock when I was
May
in
16th.
Europe.
What the hell's the Lorelei Rock?
It's a rock.
Sounds
on a
Irish.
river.
No?
Germany. I think it was Germany.
Okay, well, look at me being uneducated.
The Germans.
I was going to do... I don't know where it is.
Nobody
Oh,
speaks German.
Finally!
The Rock.
It's on the Rhine, and
Oh.
it's part of
The Upper Middle Rhine Valley UNESCO World Heritage Site. So it's really important.
That was all
Oh,
made up.
that's a lot of words. I don't know.
So
I know world.
I know.
Simogo sent me something. They said, You are about or have maybe already started to play our 9th game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. When we started this project after finishing Sayonara Wild Hearts in late 2019, we could have not guessed that it would take over 4 years to wrap up. Regardless, it has mostly been a joy to create, and we hope it shines through. We believe it is our best one yet. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is a game that, at times, and in many different respects, can be a real challenge. In fact, we suspect very few will make it to its conclusion. To aid your journey through the game, we have designed a custom notebook, which is enclosed in this letter. Please do not consider this notebook a gift designed to sway your opinion on our game in any direction. Rather, view it as a secret handshake between strangers. They sent me a book for Lorelei and the
Is it
Laser
a Death
Eyes,
Note?
and oh my God, maybe it is. It's
Uh-oh.
it's a you don't need this to play the game, obviously, but it's a book that will give you handy sheets to show to represent like puzzles that you do in the game, and you can jot down little notes for yourself, and it has room for 3 separate playthroughs because different things happen each time. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is made to be played with one hand,
What?
but that's so you can play with your
Say.
whatever your
We
game
know,
hand, and
we
then
get it. Stop.
Is it like a honey pop? Is that what's happening?
and then with your other hand, you're jotting down notes and doing
Sure.
puzzle
We
solutions.
need
Jotting
that.
down
We need
notes.
Nikki Hill, the hentai correspondent, to sort this out for us.
So
Using
yeah,
your flesh pencil
I
to
think
jot
they-
down notes.
I think they envision people playing
I pulled his flesh pencil out of my
the
ham wallet.
wiener remote.
tabletop. Put your Switch in tabletop mode, and then you can jot down notes while you're playing too. I'm really excited to play this. I have access to a little taste of it on PC, the computer, not the person.
No.
And I haven't gotten into it yet, but I'm going to do that this week, and I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this game for a long time because I like challenging puzzle games. So I am excited. But thank you to Simogo for sending that over.
I would like to pause the podcast for a moment because it is
The whole thing.
a very special day. It is Rosemary the Farmer's 30th birthday.
Happy birthday.
And Rosemary the
Hi,
Farmer
Grantimus. Hi, 10th Division.
actually requests a serenading from George.
Oh.
A birthday serenade, if you will.
From George.
Yes.
Oh man, put me on the spot, but I guess it is your birthday.
George, do you not enjoy
Get a
the
southern accent.
do you not
What
enjoy the
happened?
limelight?
I do like the limelight, but you know, when it's someone else's birthday, I don't want to steal the show.
It doesn't have any arms or legs.
Well,
It's fairly happy.
well, George, if you want to give it a whirl, you go right ahead. You can sing whatever birthday song you want, or you don't have to.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rosemary the Farmer.
Wow.
Happy birthday to you.
George has got a set of pipes on him.
Beautiful.
Nice job, George.
I'm the star of the
Oh,
show.
All right,
boy.
Josh.
Oh boy,
We get it.
Josh, come on. Well, I mean,
He
you know,
insisted.
I guess it's a nice birthday gift to get to. Happy birthday, to some people.
This song upsets my dog. I just want you to know that. Whenever it's on and she's in the room, she gets very, very concerned.
It's a frequency very disturbing to think.
Yeah, she just stares at the TV, and I'm like, it's okay. Josh isn't going to hurt you. You're fine.
Rosemary the Farmer. Rosemary the Farmer says, incredible, no notes. There you go. And not saying you didn't perform any
Hell
notes,
yeah.
Josh, just no notes to give. So, Josh, George, thank you very much. Happy birthday, Rosemary the Farmer. 30 years old. That was 12 years ago for most of us at the table.
That was
and it
4 years ago for me.
Boo.
Sorry.
Boo.
I'm a baby.
My 30th birthday, you had a roller skating birthday party for me.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had a big ice cream cake that said, "Happy birthday, you old bag."
I
I
remember
like
that
it.
part. Yes.
Man.
My 30th birthday was right before COVID happened. So,
Oh.
yeah, I got one
it's
good
your
weekend out of
fault.
it. Yeah, I went to Asheville, North Carolina and ate bats, and now I'm the whole reason it happened.
Do you remember your 30th birthday? I don't remember mine.
I do, yeah. It was New York City.
Oh,
couple of
okay.
boys.
Yes, it was a big
They
one.
actually dipped early because somebody got ill, and then I was like stuck in the city for a little bit.
Yes, someone.
It was memorable. It was memorable. I wish though back then I didn't feel like I was an old man because now I really feel
yeah.
old, and obviously it's only going to get older, and we're going to be like in 10 years we're going to be like, wish I was 40. You know, like So holy crap! Hold on to the day that you have in front of you, Rosemary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Also-
my goodness.
Start taking supplements. Helps a lot.
You know, the start of like in my 30s was when I like really started to hit my stride.
Hi, bye, Super
Yeah.
Sanchez.
That's when my
So-
life came together, I think.
Yeah, it's good times for me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My
I mean,
40s have been great too.
I don't
Like,
want to
can't
be
complain.
one of those people, Mom Brain. Maybe you can vouch or not vouch, but I feel like, well, there's things that have changed about me since I was 30, but I feel like I've been largely the same since high school, right? Values and personality type and all that.
Mm,
And
really gone downhill in the 10 years I've known you. So
yeah, that's true. I wonder what caused it. Maybe when I first met someone and they didn't know what The Simpsons
for the
was.
love of God, if I die
Will I ever
before
let that
you,
go? No.
that's gonna happen. You're gonna be at my funeral and you're like, I just want to say something real quick.
I want to make sure everyone knows PC did not know a thing about The Simpsons.
I just
Like,
want everyone to know it was like post-Christmas season at the Apple store. I want to say it was like a Saturday. I was walking something out of the back, summoned over, and then was like, oh, what's your favorite Simpsons quote? Like, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's happening. I'm scared. I'm working. What's going on? And I couldn't get the reference off the top of my head during my very busy.
Dance for me, monkey.
Yeah, for
My
real.
favorite
These two were just
character-
yucking it up over there, and I'm trying to like bring people computers, and I'm
My
like, what?
favorite character is Stewie from The
Yeah.
Simpsons.
I love Peter.
Yep.
He's great.
Yep.
So I do know The Simpsons a lot. Thank you very much.
She's caught up since then. It's Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just never
tell
watched
you the
it before
truth,
that
To
ever.
tell you the truth, you probably remember more about The Simpsons. I've probably forgotten more about The
anybody.
Simpsons than you. What's the phrase?
You'll ever know?
Then you'll no. Oh wow, that would be mean.
Because
No, I was trying to give you a
well,
compliment.
you just I don't know. You're a lot meaner.
Shut up.
You're just getting crotchety
Weren't
as you
you
age.
born on like the air date or something? Wasn't it? Isn't there
Very
like legend like that?
very shortly after. I was like, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks maybe.
Listen to
Yeah,
this.
So it's like
there's
my
never
whole
been
life.
there's never been a world without the Simpsons for you.
This
Katie and
puts
the
it in
Simpsons.
perspective. Ice Dilbert says, when I turned 30, the GameCube came out. Wow. How
Whoa.
old were we?
Wow.
We were in high school
Yeah.
because we went. What did we go?
What year did it come out?
Homecoming.
It was homecoming. We were dressed up for homecoming,
it
and
was
we
like
left homecoming to
1999?
go
No.
to
Who said that?
I was in like 4th grade.
us. We did it. I'm saying
No,
it.
who
now.
said they were 30 on the GameCube?
Ice Dilbert says
yeah.
it.
Ice Dilbert. Good man.
Solid Master Link. Hello. We were just talking about The Simpsons. Solid Master Link.
Oh yay, Rosemary the Farmer. They're halfway through Freerin.
Where'd you see that?
It's in the chat.
We're
You know,
also
where
We're
everyone's
on
hanging
almost
out.
halfway there.
Halfway
Oh, okay.
through. Yay,
Yes.
I'm so glad you like it.
Man, is it great. I am envious of you still having half of that journey left. I just finished an anime and I was like,
What
I just
anime?
started watching
Hi, video
Baby
game guru.
Reindeer.
Good to see you.
Oh yeah. It's pretty good.
Pluto.
It was pretty
It's
good.
on Netflix.
You know what I
Very
watched yesterday?
Is it anime related?
It is because it's on Crunchyroll.
Oh, hold on. Don't tell me. Is it new?
I guess.
I want to guess.
Okay.
Is it new? And you said, I guess.
I don't know.
Okay. Just
It's
give
all
me,
new to me, man.
Give me one little hint. I need.
It's
something to guess.
adorable.
Spy Family.
No, it's Banana,
I've heard of.
and it's a
Banana.
cat.
Yes.
It's like it looks like a banana, and then it peels its little thing, and it's just a little cat with a banana bottom half, and it goes yeah all the time, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
precious.
Yes,
I
I
mean,
have
precious.
heard of it. I haven't seen
And there's
it.
a
man.
bunch, and there's a little family. They live in your kitchen, and then all of a sudden, oh, they're making the bananas.
My
Banana
weird
Banana.
anime argument from the other day is not playing out well right now.
Hey, you said weird. I didn't. I'm over here thinking like I'm trying to think of
Oh,
like an English show
Banana's
that's just as
cute.
weird.
Banana
We have
is so cute.
yeah, Banana Man. We had Banana Man the cartoon. We had Bananas in Pajamas. Same thing.
Bananas in
Coming
pajamas.
downstairs.
I didn't like them.
They
They
were
gave
British.
me a bad vibe.
Something was wrong with them.
Coming
They
down
were-
the stairs.
Yeah, they were coming down the stairs to do something untowards.
with each
Toward-
other's
yeah.
bananas. Yeah.
Exactly. They weren't brothers.
Since we're talking about anime, this is perfect because I had something anime related I want to talk about before we got into the show. We only got 9 months left to talk about TikTok before it's banned in the United States.
Maybe.
And on TikTok, I saw someone recommend an anime that's brand new that I hadn't heard of at all because it's not on Crunchyroll. It's called Go Go Loser Rangers,
That
Take it to the hill.
or it's called Sentai Daishikaku, if you want to use the Japanese name.
Notice
But anyway,
me, senpai.
it is
Notice
such
me.
a cool idea, and I'm in love with the show. There's only 3 episodes right now. You can watch it on Hulu or Disney Plus. It's subtitled, not dubbed. It's about it's a new take on like the Power Rangers genre. It has nothing to do with Power Rangers, but it's that kind of
Okay.
style. And what it is there's aliens and there's like ranger characters, and they fight each other. They fight each other every Sunday
As they do.
in an arena.
Okay.
Like people people pay tickets to go see them fight. It
Okay.
happens every Sunday because they have like a floating fortress above Earth, and they come down every Sunday to fight. And the Rangers
Got
are
it,
really
got
good,
it.
and they beat them every time. But what most of the public doesn't know, some are picking up on it, is that this is like a deal between the aliens and us.
I thought the generals were due.
Because it was something like they came to Earth 12 years ago, and humans
Just been in the
killed
ball.
all the major guys. Like they
Okay.
killed all the bosses, and all that's left are the crappy henchmen. And they were like, "Hey, how about this? We'll let you live if you work for us. We'll do this little thing every Sunday. We'll fight each other, and like, we'll make a bunch of money because people come to the stadium to see it. You guys get to live, and we won't bother you." And it was so that it's been that kind of thing. So that's what's been going on for the last 12 years. But there's this one henchman who's like, "I am tired of this. We came here to invade Earth. I know I'm a lowly piece of garbage,
Henchman.
but I feel like I could infiltrate the humans and like make something happen." So the henchmen have the ability to like mimic the looks of people that they study. So they can make themselves look like someone, like a human, anybody. And one of them ends up infiltrating humans to try and take over the Rangers and kill them. So it's a really cool idea. There's only 3 episodes. A lot's happened in these 3
Okay.
episodes so far, but it's an awesome show. It's a really really interesting idea. The animation is fantastic. It's got great music throughout the whole show. It's so good. It's so good. But I only found out about it because of TikTok. So
Oh, well,
go loser ranger. If you're into anime and you're looking for something new, and you have those streaming services and not Crunchyroll, then check it out. Hello, Nico Darunia.
you're never going to learn about new things again once TikTok's gone.
We were talking the other night while we were playing Fortnite. TikTok has showed me so many things that I didn't know about at all, like
But then
TV
I send
shows
them
and
to you.
movies and books and like other stuff like that. But not anything that I would say is important, but I enjoy. And now I'm like, yeah, well, because when you're on TikTok, you just scroll and you never know
Oh,
what
I
you're gonna
know.
get. And sometimes you get things where you're like, I didn't even know this existed. So that you can't get that same thing on like going to Google and what are you gonna search? Like, and YouTube's
I'm
algorithm.
feeling lucky on Google.
That you're right.
Mm,
You're
there you go.
right. And
They're
they'll
gonna
take
have
me
a
to a wiki
renaissance.
page of like how cement came
Remember
to be
Stumble?
or something.
Yes, I loved
I do
Stumble.
I
remember
enjoyed
Stumble.
Stumble.
Yeah, I did a lot of stumbling in my
Romo,
day.
excellent. Thank you for posting Banana Man in there.
I like to send TikToks to RMC, and then he goes, "I've seen this already. Oh, don't send me
Say-
TikToks I haven't seen before." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, master
He
of
does
all
it to me too.
TikToks."
We do it
How
to
do
each
you put
other
up
all
with
the
him?
time.
He does it with everybody. don't
She's
worry.
been on a real kick lately
Well,
because
it was when I was home on spring break. I just was like,
Mm.
I couldn't function for the first like 3 or 4 days and just sat mindlessly. And so he'd send me TikToks, and I was like, I've seen every TikTok there is known to man.
she really
Like,
like it was like 95% of them she had already seen.
It's
It was
like-
crazy.
I'm just nice, and I pretend like, haha, that's great. Like, I don't need to go into detail because my sister will send me things that I've
When I'm
seen.
saying
He
that
has
to you,
to let you know. That
when I'm
he's
saying
seen
that
it
to you,
first,
it's
yep.
meant jokingly. It's not meant.
Mm,
Would you? What would both of you
There's
rather
truth
I
to
say
every
from now
joke.
on? You want me just to do the
just
thumbs up?
pretend like it's new to you. You don't have to go
Okay.
it. You don't have to write a dissertation
Alright.
on it. You just have to
I think
say
you
like,
need to
haha,
reply, cool,
yeah,
cool.
Like
nice.
John Oliver.
John Oliver.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, I'll give it a thumbs up and I'll say nice or cool or
Yeah,
rad or
that's
dope.
like that's great. That's like
But
today.
we'll both know
I
what's
was
going
like,
on.
oh, I have to take a shower when I get to your house. And then he was like, oh, shower's broken. And I was like, all right, just hose me off out back. And he was like, hose is clogged. And I was like, all right, just like,
Clearly joking around.
I know, but he's so sassy with me. I was like, oh, he's like, what day are you going to be there? And I told him, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to be there. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll just go.
That my
F
product's got
myself.
it. That's what I'm going to send to you from now on. There's a
Perfect.
TikTok
Yeah,
that I've
that-
already seen.
I like it. Then
That's
I
great.
know it's an unspoken thing.
Thromo.
people do want responses. Like you want responses.
Yeah, I never not respond. I just don't want the
No, I
response that I'm
mean,
giving.
Like when we're in the house together and you say something that is just a statement out loud
Who am I
and then
talking
get
to?
mad that I don't respond to
Yeah,
you.
who else am I talking to?
The cat?
Yeah, you don't have to be
Potentially.
talking.
Piper, did you see this TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, but like,
Echo meow.
driving bananas. Like, I don't. If you say
I don't
something,
know if
you
you-
make a comment. You just make a comment on something,
Well, you know what it is.
and
I've
then
been thinking,
he'll go, no response. And I'm like, no,
Well,
I have
we'll
nothing
be-
to say.
We'll be like in the car together, and I'm like, I don't know. I'll say something, and it's just us in the car, and there's silence, and I'm like, did she hear me? Does she not have anything
It's
to
a
say, or is she
comment, though.
thinking?
It's a comment. Like if it
It's
was
like,
a question,
I love you, and she's like, no.
No,
No.
but like
I
he'll
die
be
without you.
Yeah,
So we'll drive by and he'll be like, "Wow, a dog!" Like that's literally something that would come. I'm not even joking. That would come out of his mouth.
It's not too far off. I can't.
I
deny
mean,
So
it.
now I'm supposed
It's
to
the
be
usual
like,
response.
"Great job,"
Yeah,
or like,
Yep,
"Woof,
buddy.
woof.
Look at that.
You found it.
Like,
Good
yeah.
job."
Wow, a brown dog. Isn't
You-
that
you
something?
You found it would be really funny.
That is exactly
That's
what I.
good.
So like that's
You
the kind of stuff I
found
say
it.
at work. Like, yeah, you found it. Great. Good
Do
for
that
you.
from now on. You know what I
Good
was
job,
bud.
Like that kind of stuff. Like I'll just start saying teacher stuff like I do at school.
I was thinking about it more
Not quite. Try one more time.
because my family always responds minus my mom. But when we respond, like it doesn't even have to be words. It'll just be like a or like a noise or something.
You
and
just
that's good
grunt at
enough.
each other like cave
Mwah.
people. I've noticed the older I get, I just read signs out loud now, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
really hate
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
for it.
But I don't need to respond to that. Like there's no what do I say? Like
Yup, it's a dog.
But my other point is, I've tried doing it recently to you in reverse, and you're like, "Hello," and you like ask me
because
what.
I'm doing what you do.
So now we're just we're in a negative feedback loop with
Here's
each
an
other.
idea. Just
Just
don't
talk.
talk to me.
Yes.
Leave
Got
notes.
it.
Leave
Done.
notes around the
Perfect.
house, like passive aggressive roommates.
Thrillmo, I'm glad to see you think that show is amazing. I didn't know if anybody else even yes, Thrillmo. Man, we could have a whole sidebar. I finished Solo Leveling's first season like a couple
know
weeks
what that
ago.
is.
Yes, I watched that whole show. Really enjoyed it. Showed it to my mom because I thought she would like it, and she's very much invested as well. So yeah, I really liked Solo Leveling. Before I started watching Solo Leveling, I got the English voice actor for the show on TikTok. I saw him recording lines for it, and I was like, I really got to get around to watching that show because I know it was talked up very big. I know Japan isn't too hot on it, but everywhere else in the world is going crazy for it, and I don't know what it is about Japan that they're not like. It's not like doing horribly over there, but it's not like one of the more popular shows. And I can't figure out what it is that Japanese audiences aren't digging it, but the rest of the world really is. I got no idea. But yes, watched it, loved it. We were at a bookstore the other day, and they had the manga there, and I was like, oh, I really want to know what happens, but I don't want to jump in like 10 more books, blah blah blah, whatever. But yes, very excited, really like it. Second and Charles.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a chain.
If you ever get a chance to go to a Second and Charles, a lot of fun.
Massive bookstore. It was a
Like
really
used books,
really
but
cool place.
really, really good condition. used
That's
books.
when
Oh.
Charles isn't in charge anymore. He's second.
That's right.
Did you see Thromo's tattoo?
Yeah,
is
that's
fantastic.
incredible.
Wow.
That is
that
so
real?
That's
good.
Man, I get closer and
God, that's
closer
good.
every day to just
Sure.
getting a bunch of Simpsons tattoos for
You should
no reason.
You should get the one that
Oh,
I
man,
said
the
to you. So
football
you
one?
Do you
remember.
even remember what
I don't
you
remember,
asked me
no.
about? Because I
No.
sure don't.
No, I don't. Do you remember?
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm looking at these
literally when I
tattoos.
first met her at the Apple store, and we were talking about Simpsons, and I brought up some Simpsons line, and she didn't know it. You knew it. I can't remember what it was.
I can't
though.
remember what it is.
I don't remember. Of course, I was the one that knew it, and I don't remember it.
Yeah,
Football
I
to
mean,
the
I
groin.
knew it, but not. It was like a deer in
You were put
headlights.
on the spot.
It doesn't matter
Yes.
because it's gone now.
It's not
Like,
like I
none
was
of
just,
us remember what
you know,
was said. So
twiddling my thumbs in a corner, and it was sprung on me like a
I think it
tick
was
catch a
me
predator.
saying my favorite character is Homer, and you were like, "Who's Homer?"
That's not what happened. I'm gonna
Homer.
Homer.
Who is Homer?
I'm Guy Incognito.
All right, that's enough
This
of that.
man is my exact double.
I wanted to move on to another topic before we get to Patreon because I won't forget Patreon this week. I want to talk to you about it because we've talked about it a little bit already, and Mom Brain, you heard about it as well.
Yes.
Fortnite added in something this past week that has made some people incredibly angry, and there's a whole big debate about it. I will fill you in quickly. Fortnite has made an update to deal with toxic players, and they've done something
boy.
that have you heard of it in another game? I can't think of an
I
example.
can't think of any.
So in Fortnite, you can emote. There's a whole bunch of emotes, and some of them are used by toxic players in a way that just is meant to harass the other player. But some of them are also used, unfortunately, in racist ways because they've
Ooh.
been what's the word I'm looking for?
Co-opted?
Yes, by racist people. Thank you. So there's 4 of them in particular. I don't remember the 2 racist ones, but I do remember the 2 toxic
One of
ones.
them's the make it rain with
Okay.
bananas.
That's one of the, okay. So the non-racist ones are the donkey laugh and the loser L dance on your forehead one. Those 2, and then there's a 4th we're not remembering. But Fortnite has made an update that lets you basically mute those, what it means is someone who has those, if they do those emotes, you will not see them. That character will just stand still in the game. The player that did them will still see them. And if you don't have them muted, you'll still see them. But it's an option. It's not turned on by default. You can go into a menu and toggle it and turn it on if you want. So if you're tired of people doing the donkey laugh or whatever at you, you don't have to see it anymore. Deux and I believe my brain all thought this was a great idea. We were like, people still get to use it. If you're not, you see it in Fortnite and it offends you or it makes you upset or sad, you can turn it off. And I was like, just having the option is great. But the internet, or a portion of the internet, feels very differently. They feel that Fortnite's gone woke and this is ruining the game
shut
and
up.
censorship and all this stuff.
The babies get good babies.
Yeah. So I just thought it was really interesting. And I don't want to say I was surprised by the pushback, but it was louder than I thought it was going to be. But I think it's a cool idea because Epic was like, I'm paraphrasing. They said basically, we want Fortnite to be a place where like you have fun and it's just silly and like everybody has a good time. We don't want anybody to play and feel harassed or belittled or like lose a game and be like depressed because they got like a whole team of people laughing at them. So I was like, this is a great idea, but plenty of people disagree. So.
Well, because people are terrible.
Yeah, I was saying to my brain and Deux, on a very base level, I can see people who buy the emotes saying like, well, why bother buying any emote because it could be censored at some point, and then I'm the only one that sees it. And on a base level, I do understand that argument. I wouldn't agree with it, but I get what they're saying. They're like, well, I'm spending money on something that no one's gonna see, and I want people to see it. So it's like a skin in Fortnite, like I have we all have skins, and yes, we get great enjoyment from seeing them. But when other people see your skins too, there's something to that. So,
but also, if you knew that your skin had been co-opted by like a horrible group of people, you wouldn't want to use it.
But remember,
like you would hope. Yes.
But remember, that's only half the argument too. There's the other half that's just toxic players, like people being crappy.
Right. So like people being crappy, like it's easy to be like, yeah, people are crappy, like, and to just not like those people. And then when people start making the argument for like the financial piece, it's like that's when people start to be like, well, I guess I could see that point. And it's like, right, but like you want to not like hurt people's feelings and like be disrespectful to people and like make an environment people don't want to be in.
About this is because the people that are getting angry about it, they're angry because they can't upset somebody. How horrible of a thing to be angry about.
And
like
more than 9 out of 10 of those people will pretend that's not the case. They'll be like, it's just about censorship. It's not about, and everybody knows it's BS.
Like,
they just want to be crappy to somebody else. And
like, I get being disappointed that the thing that you like for the right reason has been like tarnished. And now it's like, geez, now I can't enjoy it because people were buttheads, right? Like that's I get that.
It's annoying,
and that's more towards the racist co-opted ones versus the just toxic ones. But I like I said, very base level, I understand complaints from those who aren't being disingenuous with the complaint. But unfortunately, when it comes to this kind of stuff, the vast majority of people are doing it just because, as Deux said, they want to be crappy and they're mad that other people can't be forced to feel bad by them being jerks. So I applaud Epic for doing it. I know that they knew it wasn't going to be popular and wasn't going to win them any points with a certain group of people, but they see it as the right thing to do. And I think it's a good move. I think it's a cool idea. I don't think it should be turned on by default. I think you should let the players have that choice. And that's what Epic is doing. You have the choice to do it. If it was turned on by default, I'd be like, I agree with the outcome of it, but I don't like that I don't have the option. Like, give me the option instead of just forcing that on me. So I think they did the best of everything, and I know when we're playing games, like I'm not offended or upset, but when somebody does like the donkey laugh or something, it's awkward. You're like, these people.
I always feel awkward when somebody like teabags or emotes or
Yes.
something like that.
You can, even without us speaking, like when we're playing our group of people, somebody does a teabag or the donkey laugh or the loser dance, like especially at the end of a game when you're just sitting there loading the next game, you can feel it with everybody that like we don't even really talk to each other because we're like, these guys, and we got to sit here and watch this.
Yeah, I don't,
Hi RLM, yes,
it's supposed to be fun. I don't mind losing if they're gonna goof off at the end like we do.
Like you were happy last night when we lost and the team that won hit the gritty on us, and we were like, now that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's why we do what we do.
That's right.
Radical defect, Master Higgins. That's it.
I think about the creator of Pepe the Frog all the time.
Me
we mentioned that
too.
earlier
Yep.
when we were talking about this Fortnite thing earlier this week. We brought up the Pepe creator as well because he's trying to swing things back in the positive side, and I applaud him for doing that. But the situation is so sad for him.
I know. And sometimes I find myself saying, a Pepe the Frog thing, and I'm like, oh, no, it's bad now. I gotta walk it back.
It was bad for a very long time. It is still bad, but the bad people aren't using it as much, and the creator and good people are trying to bring it back.
Right.
And I want to be part of that, but it is very difficult to be like, I support Pepe because
We gotta have a Pepe sans.
Yeah,
It's gotta
like
happen.
Kirby, he had a Pepe shirt. And when that stuff started happening, he threw the shirt out because he's like, I can't wear this anymore.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it happens to me with a lot of things. I go, oh, I love this person. And then I find something out. Like wrestlers. Happens a lot with wrestlers. Like Luigi Primo. I thought he was good.
What a heartbreaker, that guy. The dumbest, best
sad.
gimmick, and he ruined it by being himself.
Throws pizza around. It's great. I wanted to be his
stick
Italian
with
mom manager.
the ones you know who are safe. Kevin Owens is safe.
Sami
Zayn
Zayn
is safe.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes is safe.
Kenny Omega.
Now.
Oh.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. Yes.
I was like, don't you talk to me about
No,
Kenneth.
I was going to say now, CM Punk might have issues outside of it, but as far as inclusivity, CM Punk is a very safe.
True. I mean, a person you like is entitled to have a correct opinion.
Yes. What is Sonny Kiss?
Sonny Kiss. I do.
Gone. Oh, by the way, how are you? How you doing after AEW this week?
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
loved all of it. I mean, I just want Hangman to come back. Sweet, beautiful Hangman.
You know how I feel about Hangman.
I know. He doesn't like the Marvel movies, so now you can't like him ever again.
To tell you what bothers me more about him. You know what bothers me more about him.
Is it because he has a huge hog?
No, it's the cowboy gimmick.
He's from Virginia. He's allowed. He looks good in Western wear.
He can do it. It's totally fine. It's not my cup of tea.
You're
now, if he was a train conductor,
Wait, I was gonna say you're just upset that you can't wear a shirt with pearl buttons like he can,
that
man put his arms around me, and I felt good.
The cowboy idea.
It was so good.
The cowboy thing doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't.
I'm trying to think of other gimmicks that I dislike more than cowboy. But he's
not a yeehaw. He's like a modern, listens to wears a Dolly Parton
He lives
shirt.
on a ranch.
He lives on a ranch. He's very educated.
This is going to paint me in a really bad light
because the show Yellowstone.
I don't think he does actually.
Hangman is like
he knows how to
cowboy,
ride a horse,
but it's like not. It's not overly silly gimmicky. It's like more
he's a modern,
a modern, which is what
Southern
me.
Man.
That's why it bothers me. I need like a Jimmy Wang Yang,
and a rat hat, like Arthur Morgan, and have his tuberculosis
a Jimmy
everywhere.
Wang Yang, where it's like way over the top. That it's so stupid I can't help but smile at it.
Nothing can compare to Jimmy Wang Yang. Okay, we all know that.
Beautiful.
He's in a category on his own.
Yes.
But Hangman Adam Page is a beautiful cowman.
Story from Jimmy Wang Yang where. Back in the day when he was in WWE and Vince was there, and Vince saw him backstage one day and he was like, "You still work here?"
Yeah.
Like, you run it. Yes, you run the company.
How can you forget him? How could you forget Jimmy Wang Yang?
Did you see? I promise I'll get away from wrestling. Did you see? What's his name? Man, I'm blanking. WWE just kicked him.
Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, crying. His video crying about it. Jinder Mahal's gone too, but yeah,
I saw
really
him
bad.
when
Cameron Grimes is a great wrestler, and they just didn't have anything for him, and I feel really bad.
Yeah, when we went to SmackDown, I want to say last July, Yeah, he was like the dark match beforehand, and
He's been doing a lot of
and I
dark
was like,
matches,
I
yeah.
enjoy this
Put him
young
on,
fellow, and then I like never saw him again.
He's a really good wrestler. Put him on like Speed or something, not the drug, on WWE Speed. Put him on WWE Speed
Yeah.
and let him do something there. Like, I don't know.
I
Whatever.
don't know. Maybe he'll show up in Ring of Honor or something. You know.
I hope he goes somewhere because I really think he's a talented wrestler.
Yes,
so.
but as of Dynamite, the end of Dynamite was quite a delight, and I laughed. And then
I know where you're going. 'cause
with the draft,
yes.
the next, and he's still wearing the neck brace, and he's like living the gimmick.
I watched the end of AEW, and I was like, I knew the draft was coming, and I was like, please let him
I
wear a
know
neck
his
brace
dad
at that
shows
thing.
up like,
it's
"Mamma
so good.
mia!" That's not what his dad sounds like, but that's what I picture him.
Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, his dad owns NFL crap. The NFL draft
The
just happened.
Jaguars.
Tony Khan at the end of AEW got hurt, storyline hurt, and he showed up at the NFL draft in a neck brace. And I was like, oh, that's so
He's
good.
keeping it
That's
alive.
so great,
It is great. Jack Perry's back and like is interesting now. It's a good time.
He is interesting now. I'll give you that.
It was a slow burn, but we're at him being an interesting
slow burn of being gone for months.
Well, but if you look at the we'll talk about it later.
No,
we'll have an
I know what
impassioned
you're saying.
discussion
Do
about
you
it
still
later.
watch Rampage?
Well, it conflicts with Dateline, and Dateline's going to be number one in my
now,
heart.
if you could get what's his name,
Keith Morrison
to do commentary on Rampage,
would die.
That would be really good.
Jack Perry.
I love Bill Hader's
Yes.
impersonation of him. It's so good.
You sound really excited about this. No.
But anyway, yes, Fortnite muting emotes. We think it's a good thing. We're all for it. Keep Fortnite fun, damn it. Patreon post. What did I do on Patreon this week? Let me tell you. I asked people up. Oh, thank you, my brain. Join Patreon for $1. I asked people about the puzzle games that they've played for years and years and years. Like, what are the puzzle games you keep going back to time and time again, whether they've had a new installment or not? So, like, Tetris is a huge one. Picross is a huge one. My aunt still plays Pokemon Pinball on the Game Boy Color to this day. She's been playing it ever since. And that's not a puzzle game, but it fits in that same kind of thing where it's infinite replayability. You just keep going back to it. So a lot of people were talking about those games.
Cat Trap.
See, but Cat Trap is like a finite amount of levels. Like with Tetris, the game's always different. You're doing the same thing, but the game always plays out differently. With Cat Trap, you get 99 levels and they're the same thing. By the way, did you see the picture that Crazy Colonel drew?
Mm.
It's Cat Trap related, and he drew Josh Hartnett as one of the Cat Trap characters.
Nice.
So yes, we talked about that. I talked about a game called Mini Shoot Adventures because I knew nothing of it, or at least I didn't think I knew anything of it. I might have saw like a thumbnail for a trailer in passing, but YouTube's algorithm recommended the launch trailer, and it's like, let me take a look at it, and it's incredible. I played a demo of it, and I'll talk about it later today. I covered that. I talked about the maddest a game has ever made you. I want to go around the table on this one. Do you? I'm sure you got plenty. I think I've been there for some of them.
Yeah.
You guys have the maddest a video game has ever made you? Now that could mean like, just fuming inside, or you're punching a wall, or you break a controller, or whatever it is. The maddest a game has ever made you. Mom brain?
Where to begin?
I'm
Bullet
sure it's
rag
a
scenario?
Zelda.
Really?
I'm sure.
That bad from a Zelda?
Skyward Sword, I think, really had me
Oh,
going.
it had Nintendo going. I vividly remember that when she was fighting Demise at the end and having like a hell of a time with it. Hell. She was like, oh, it was bad. She was like standing in the middle of the living room, like swinging the Wiimote like a maniac, like screaming at the guy, cursing. It was amazing to see. Look much like her amazing performance in Fortnite last night.
Oh my goodness.
She was like, I went into a family game afterwards, and we were both still laughing about that. She's like, I just fell apart. I couldn't do anything.
Funny.
She like,
She knows how to play.
Yeah.
And she's a fine player, but she was the last one left.
and we've all had those moments in games where like the pressure's on and you forget how to do everything. That's exactly what happened to her. But she had the added pressure of all of us watching her do it. So it was amazing. But anyway, the most mad a game has ever made you. Anybody have anything you specifically remember?
Well, you were there for Donkey Kong Country.
Yes, I was.
That was a rage time
where I was like, I'm gonna let you play and I'm gonna go leave.
I think you were like about to just like, I don't know, tranquilize me.
It was bad. It was from a minecart level.
It was the worst. The other one would be the end of the original Red Dead Redemption. I was playing it alone when I lived in Vermont the first time around, and I finished it, and I was like enraged. I was like, I did all that for this, and I was like yelling to myself because I was alone. And then my ex-boyfriend came home from work, and I probably yelled about it for like 20 minutes because I was very upset. It was all for naught.
Well, it depends on. I mean, it's about the journey.
I don't know, and it didn't, emotionally wreck me like the end of Red Dead 2, because that one I played it recently and I still cried just as hard as I did the first time.
I saw a guy on. I don't remember if I sent it to you or not, but I just saw a guy on TikTok who was playing through it for the first time, and he saw like the final cutscenes, and he's like, "Wait, what? No." He's like, "No, this isn't happening, is it?" And yeah.
Oh my god, I wept.
I follow this guy on TikTok. He's like 65, 70 or something. He's like an older man, and he was playing it, and he's kind of big now just from playing it, but it was like great to watch this old guy, because he doesn't like play video games, but I guess somebody told him he would like this, and he was really, really moved by it. So, but I see a lot of that stuff, like reactions to the end of that game. I thought it was incredibly moving.
Hi Kobun, hi SD.
But did you cry?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I cry every time. I've beaten that game probably 3 times, cried every time.
Yeah, I've done it twice, and I really thought it wasn't going to hit me the next time, and it did, and I was just like,
it's up there for me.
It's like a sad movie.
Yeah, like that last ride that he does.
Oh god, with the song? Yes.
Forget it. It's really, really well done. I'd have to say the only thing that would hit me more emotionally is The Last of Us. That's probably the Last of Us 2. Probably
Life is Strange. That one we were just
more.
Yeah.
See, I cried at The Last of Us Part 2, but not as hard as I've cried at other games. But The Last of Us Part 2 had me like sad and depressed the entire time I played through it. And like the fight at the end on the beach in the water with the emaciated whatever, I was like, oh god, it was like it was sadness, but it was a deeper level of like, this is very difficult to watch and see play out and have to take control of.
Yeah,
so.
it was a wreck.
Thankfully, the show blows chunks, so we don't have to relive it.
But it's got Pedro Pascal.
Oh, there is that.
Sweet Pedro.
But as far as angry, I was gonna say I don't remember one. Generally, I don't. I like to think I don't get angry at games, but I remember RMC playing just recently with you, Another World.
Oh, yes.
And
either one is correct.
We filmed it like we did when I played Earthbound, and we were going to put it on the Patreon like we did with Earthbound. But I was so angry during those sessions that I don't think it was entertaining. I think it was like disturbing, and you didn't put it up.
I did not.
Like
probably
it's a
for the
case
best,
study.
because I couldn't make it work.
I deleted the rendered video. The raw footage is probably still on like Google Drive, but I got rid of it because it was not meant for public consumption. Yes, the Earthbound playthrough was magical. Like we had a great time with that. I really treasure that, and lots of people loved that. And Another World would be as far opposite as that as you could get. And I was like, we can't
it's just, I would like to do something like that again, but just with a different genre. It's that your favorite genre is maybe not one.
Cinematic platformer is not. Yeah,
cinematic platformer is not usually my cup of tea.
Probably another RPG. I just don't know which one to go with. Like, I don't know. I have a whole bunch of. Chrono Trigger would be a great one. That would be a wonderful one to go with.
I wish there was a way to get my Game Boy up on the big screen or something.
There is,
because I've got Earthbound 3 now, or whatever.
Or Mother 3. Yeah, we can do that on the that cartridge should work, but I had the Game Boy Advance player for the GameCube. We could do it and record it that way.
And you can record that?
Yeah, we should do that. Well, you know what? This is all stupid. We don't need to do all that. You could just play it on the TV in my office hooked up to the computer. We could put it on the emulator and you can play.
Well, I mean, whatever's easier for you.
Yeah, and then that way traditional saves will be at the ready whenever you want.
Oh god, I never even thought about a traditional save. Can you imagine me on the handheld trying to do traditional saves?
I don't see, I don't know what there's a whole bunch of versions of cartridges that are fan made for Mother 3, and some of them have the save states, which do cause traditional saves. So maybe that one does. I don't know. But yes, if we play on the emulator, it's not a worry at all. Hit F4, F5, whatever, and you're good to go.
I think we're forgetting a game that hasn't really made me all that mad,
Hi,
but
Tater Tot.
the kind of anger it incites often makes me reluctant to play is Mario Party.
Hi, Spud. Oh,
Yeah, that'll. I've learned, like, it's made me consider stabbing
Therapy.
one or both of my sisters in recent memory. It was like, it's just the betrayal when someone takes your
Mario
star
Party's
away.
full of betrayal. Yeah,
And
it
you're just
doesn't
like,
make
"Come
me
on."
angry at all, but it used to make me scared to play it with my sister because she got very, very, very angry.
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's like a quiet rage that doesn't really like come out, but it's just I'm keeping a mental note of, it's like, I remember what you
Let's
did.
put it this way. I have played Mario Party with friends, and having played it with friends, I have groups of friends or certain friends that I know I will never play it with again.
Mhm.
There are people I can play with where I know, like, I can play however I want. I can steal stars, and it's all going to be fun and games. But there's other people I'll play with who will take that to the grave with them, and they will, like, the rage will burn in them forever. So, yeah, it's hi William. It's a game you have to pick and choose your partiers carefully.
Right, because some people just can't handle it. It's like, I'll in the
Yes.
moment I'm a little mad, but then I get over it.
Yeah,
I think I haven't talked to my therapist about
there
it,
are-
so I mean it's fine.
There are two friends in particular who I will not name.
Mhm.
Nobody at this table that
I don't think we've ever played Mario Party together.
And I think
I
we
would
should keep
steal
it that way.
every star you have. I would.
Yeah,
you would
you
get
would get-
every horrible thing that I
It
could
would be
possibly do.
such a spite-based round of Mario Party. Like, it would start out as like fun japes, and then by the end of it, I'd be like, I'm never speaking
I'd
to
go to
RMC
Bowser every time and
again.
be like, "Give me that steal all stars, Bowser. Come on, let's do it."
It's like 5 years from now, someone's gonna be like, "Weren't you friends with RMC?" And I'll be like, "I was."
See, this is the beautiful thing. My relationship with my sister has gone from someone who I could never play Mario Party with to someone who I can now play and take all their stars from. And she would still be angry, but in a fun way. So that's great. But
That's called growth.
those are cutthroat games. Yeah. What do you guys think about taunts in games? Says Kuboon.
In a wrestling game, I use them all the time.
They raise your stamina. You got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do it. I got to flip people off.
I'm not against taunts. I won't use them. Like, I don't use taunts in players' faces. Like, yeah, I won't do it to other people. Like Smash Brothers, I'll do taunts in Smash Brothers when I'm playing locally with friends just because it's like we're being stupid fun. But like if I'm playing online, I'm not going to taunt against anybody. It's disrespectful. And I know it winds people up and it gets them angry, and I don't want to do that. So with friends, yeah, it's fine because I know them personally. I know them more than well enough to do that stuff. But outside of that, no. And like in Fortnite, it's not taunts, it's emotes, but they're effectively the same thing. I've taken to doing the bow that we do all the time. Like if I fight somebody, it's a tough fight or whatever. After the fight, I'll do the bow afterwards because I feel like that's a little something and it's fun and it's a fun thing to use there. So that's what I'll do. But I'm not against people using taunts. It's whatever, use them however you want.
Yeah, I don't often emote after getting somebody, but I do what you do.
Do.
If it is a tough fight, I will bow at them.
Yes. You know what I will taunt in Fortnite or emote? If somebody has like knocked me and killed me and does like a really crappy emote, if I happen to get revived and do it and kill them back, then I'll do the emote. I'll be like, it's tit for tat there.
That makes sense.
The remote says hit the gritty every time. That's right. You can't go wrong with the gritty.
Ever since I got the gritty, I've been doing that every once in a while just because it's funny. It's like what you do. And I want to be seen as a younger person online.
Dude,
this ice cream man is very young.
Hello, fellow kids.
You might not know this, but every night that Rami goes to battle to Fortnite, he hits the gritty on his way out of the living room to go
all
downstairs.
the way from the living room to
That
downstairs.
probably looks so
I need to see it.
It's real good.
It's a very
It's the
lackluster
only-
gritty, but
yeah.
I need to
Yep.
see
I
it.
love
I'm staying here and I won't go to bed until I see
there
it.
was no gritty on Helldivers Night. It was just regular
So
walk
sad.
down.
It was
So
like-
Of course
does
not.
not deserve it.
It was sad. It was really sad.
It was sad playing it because even like I appreciate the emotes that are in Helldivers, that just the fact that they're there, but like it's nothing. Just that right from the beginning, it's nothing compared to Fortnite, and it's so drab. Like Fortnite's so colorful and fun, and this was like so drab
You guys
and
gonna
serious.
play
and-
Helldivers tomorrow?
Oh my god!
Come on, what if-
No, thank God, no.
Isn't Lube gonna be there?
He'll be. So what? You can't play locally. Maybe Lube will be playing on your PS5 like alone.
He's welcome to.
Like a little kid at like their
Like when
parents'
Adam
friends
makes
party.
that damn kid go over next door and he steals his Fortnite.
I mean, I
V-Bucks.
can't make fun of him. I play a lot of shit to death as
Whoa,
well.
whoa!
But yeah, shovel.
But like in the middle of a function.
yeah, right.
oh yeah, I mean, no, he wouldn't. be playing
Yes,
it
you
then.
know, if it's a little kid, sure. If it's a 42-year-old man who's like, can
The
I go
spirit
play?
of a
Can I play
child.
Helldivers?
Oh, hey guys, I just came here for the Helldivers.
Ronnie. William wants to know what's the gritty. I think you got to show everybody.
You gotta.
I'm not getting.
You
up
gotta
to
whittle
the
and hit
gritty.
the
No,
Woody
look
right
it up.
now.
And I don't think it's 2 T's. Maybe it is 2 T's. I don't know. I thought it was.
I
2
mean,
Ds.
what?
I think it's 2 D's, but I'm not sure.
I don't
I
know.
don't know anything about
I'm.
anything.
Well, now
95
I
years
know
old.
what
I don't
it
know
is,
what's
and I've
happening
known
here.
what it is for a long time, but I don't know the
I'm just-
spelling.
I don't want it to happen, but I'm waiting for the
It is
day
D's.
that he gritties himself to go downstairs and then trips, falls, dies, and then we have to like put on his tombstone that he went out
Doing
doing the
What
gritty.
are we doing to Gwitty?
Well,
And I'll sign on and be like,
Thank
guys,
you,
he's not going to
TikTok.
make it tonight. I'll play in his honor.
the gritty with 2 D's is a dance move in which a person alternatingly taps their heels either in place or while walking while swinging their arms back and forth. I wouldn't say back and forth. I would say forwards and back.
Well, I
Gotta
mean,
go
that's
like-
also that's a back and
I guess
forth
it's back and
motion.
forth.
Well, that's the thing.
What is your definition?
Right foot creep. Well, back and forth. I would think like like that.
That's a
But,
side to side, baby.
I guess. Listen, if Wiki says it, then it's true. But and it's all about right foot creeping, walking with the heater. That's all that we need to know.
Catch 'em bad, walk dog, come in, hunter, here.
So yes, now if Fortnite muted the gritty, we're never playing again.
Crime against humanity.
There you go. Thank you. I just came back to the chat. This is why Fortnite is so good. What's the gritty? Well, here, let me show you. Here's Goku hitting the gritty along with Peter Griffin hitting the gritty.
Like a jacked Peter Griffin. He is
That's
buff.
So good. That's so good. If somebody asks what's Fortnite, that's the gift you send them. Buff Peter Griffin hitting the gritty.
I don't want to think about
That's
that.
good. Sonic hitting the gritty. I like how it says rare footage of Sonic hitting the gritty. Also, footage is spelled wrong. That is great, Mom Brain.
Tag.
Rare footag of Sonic hitting the gritty. So that's the gritty. And yes, I hit it every night when we go to play Fortnite because
It's
real
play
good.
Fortnite.
I need to see it.
Again, I want to stress. It is a
And
very
he always has his water bottle in one hand, so it's like going with
it's
him.
a very
thought you were gonna say a
lackluster
walking
gritty, but
stick.
it is a gritty.
I'm gonna see it. I drove.
His head.
I drove 8 hours to see you.
I
hit the
don't go
gritty.
like all the way up to my eyes,
No.
but
Well,
go.
it's
There's a little
dangerous.
shuffle. There's
You
a
could
little
blind
shuffle.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's great. He
I need
says
to see where
goodnight to
I'm going.
Piper and me.
Like Deux
and
said,
down
I
he
need to
goes.
see where I'm going because I'm going down a flight of stairs,
Right.
so I can't go like this while I'm doing that because it's too dangerous.
That's how that's how you're going out.
Sometimes he'll gritty
I mean,
from the living room into the bathroom, and then out of the bathroom and down the stairs.
you
Nice.
are here tonight and tomorrow night. The
Mhm.
chances of me playing with family one of these nights is very high. So
Perfect.
you'll probably see.
Well,
it. But I'm not
we'll be
gonna
reading our
But that's the
smut.
thing.
It'll be
If you're
fun.
here, I'm not gonna play. Like I'm not gonna
No,
leave you
Mom
to play.
Brain and I are gonna have our rot
That's
time
tomorrow. Yeah.
and
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
read our smut, kick some butt.
Reading smut, kicking
Um,
butt,
All right.
listening to the Christian app Quinn.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, Quinn.
My most angry moment in a game was I actually talked about this like recently. The Mega Man collection that came out on GameCube.
GameCube?
The Mega Man collection that came out on GameCube where they reversed the shoot and the jump button and you couldn't change it. It made me so mad that I purchased that game, and they did that because I couldn't understand how they did that. I don't think I've ever been more mad at a game. That stands out in my mind as being vividly angry. The only other time I can think of is when I was a real little kid. I was playing Blaster Master, and for the very first time, I got to the end of the game, and I was at literally the final boss. And my dog ran in from outside and yanked out the power cable from the NES right at the. And I didn't do anything to dog. I was mad about what happened. I wasn't mad at the dog, but I was like, I've been playing that game for like weeks on end, and the first time of getting to the final boss, and the dog screwed me over at the final boss. And then my parents got rid of the dog. Maybe that's why.
Is that a game?
Oh my God.
That is not why the dog
No.
got sent.
No
away.
save states in that one. You have to play from the beginning every time you boot her up.
Yes, that was back in the day on the actual NES. No save anything, no passwords, no nothing. It was play to the beginning to the end, or that's it was what we did in the old days. It was we're going somewhere. Let me leave the NES paused for 4 hours while we're going to the supermarket or something like
Turn
that.
the TV off, but leave it paused.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
So
Come
there's
back
that.
to the blue screen.
Yes, you would. I remember being terrified coming home and being like, "Is it still going to be on?" Or sometimes it wasn't.
Let me in the house, Mom.
Quick, please.
And then
Shoving
the only other
himself in
thing
the
I talked
dog
about
door.
because it's Friday, it's Friday, so not as many posts. I posted about Metaphor Refantasio, the new Atlas game that's coming out later this year, because I'm trying to avoid all details on the game because I'm excited about it. And I'm not covering it for GoNintendo because it's not coming to Switch, although I suspect it'll go to the Switch's successor. But I'm trying not to watch anything because I saw the original trailer and I'm very excited for it. And I know Atlas just did something where it was like a gameplay showcase. So I ignored that. But YouTube was like, would you like to hear the music from the game? And I'm like, oh, it knows me so well. So I played the song, the battle song. It's unbelievable. I can't stop listening to the song. And now I'm like, maybe I should watch this video to hear more of the music from the game, but I'm trying to fight it. But I shared the song on Patreon and talked about why I liked it. It's such a cool song. But that game doesn't come out until it's like fall later this year. So I got a while. But that's what I wrote about on Patreon. You can read about that and more for $1. We did that. Yeah, let's
For $1.
Let's go to news. Let's do the top stories. What do we got this week? Top story I'm sure everyone's been waiting to hear about. Don't look, Mom Brain, and nobody else look if you don't want to hear or a spoiler. The Splatoon 3 Baby Chicks versus Lil Bunnies versus Bear Cubs Splatfest is over.
Who won?
Who won is the question. Would you care to guess? We have
Bunnies
again Baby Chicks versus Lil Bunnies versus Bear Cubs.
Little bunnies.
I'm gonna go with Baby Chicks.
Lil Bunnies, Baby Chicks, and you said bunnies
I'm
as
gonna
well?
say bunnies.
Well, believe it or not, guys, the Bears won.
Well,
I
if you put all of
I
them,
should have believed it. Actually, I should have thought that.
if you put all of them in like a fight ring in
Bears
real
gonna
life,
win,
the
yeah.
Bear's gonna win.
Yes. The Bear Cubs eked out the victory in the end. We have the whole breakdown if you would like to see the report. But as always, all three teams fought hard and tough and inkily, but not enough to beat out the Bear Cubs. So there you go. Another Splatfest in the books. We don't know what the next one is
We have
yet.
a bear cub in this house.
Double B?
Yeah.
Is there another one?
No, just double B. The
What
little
about
gentleman.
that? No, that's a dog. Never mind. I know the difference between
Woody?
bears and dogs.
Do
no, I was
you?
thinking of the Nutcracker. Buford?
Buford.
Speaking more of Fortnite, because we love Fortnite, there were rumors a long time ago that Epic wanted to put...
I'm sorry, is this rumor true?
This rumor is true, and I will get to that.
Oh.
I'll explain why. Because we heard Samus from Metroid was potentially going to be in Fortnite. And there was even there's been a couple comic series of Fortnite, and one of them looked like in the artwork in the very background, there was a silhouette of Samus, and people were like, this is happening. Fortnite was getting character representation from all hardware manufacturers. So Kratos from God of War for the PlayStation side of things is in Fortnite. Master Chief from Halo was in for Microsoft on Fortnite. So everybody was like, what's Nintendo going to do? And they all thought Samus. And there was a Bounty Hunter season that was happening. Everybody was like, this is perfect. But it never came to be. Now we know for sure it was going to happen. But Epic and Nintendo could not come to terms of agreement on this. And we got the full details. Stephen Totillo, the guy who used to work at MTV, who then worked at Kotaku,
Stevie Totes.
a good friend of mine in the industry. He now is doing GameFile, his own thing. You subscribe. I don't know how much it is, $5 or something. You can get in for all of his reporting. As far as like high level,
$5. Get out of here.
high level reporting in the game industry goes, Stephen Totillo is one of the best. He definitely does his due diligence. He's really good.
Now you are a real hero.
He did an interview with Donald Mustard, who is not related to anybody from Clue.
The Colonel?
That
It is.
was my first
He
question.
used to be the guy
Be
at
honest.
Epic that did everything Fortnite. Like anything and everything Fortnite went through Donald Mustard. He's not there anymore, but he was there when
Such a
Epic
good name.
That is,
It's a great name.
that's
Don
the
Mustard.
alias I'm gonna use if I have to flee somewhere. I'm like, yes,
Tasty.
I'm Donald Mustard.
Mr. Mustard was there at Epic when
Mr. Mustard.
Nintendo
Mustard.
and Epic were trying to make this
Senor
deal happen,
Mustardo.
but it fell apart. Why did it fall apart? Let me tell you. Don
It was
said
fucking
that
sloppy. It's Mr. Mustard.
Nintendo and Epic were talking, and Epic was like, "Hey,
They're topping like
we-
mustard.
sloppy topping." They
Oh,
were,
sloppy
um,
toppies.
Epic was like, "Hey, we want to put Samus in Fortnite," and Nintendo was like, "Hey, that's a great idea." And then they went to shake hands, and Nintendo was like, "Samus should only be on the Switch, though. No other systems." And Epic was like, "No, like, why? Kratos and Master Chief are on every system. They're on your system." And Nintendo's like, "Yeah, but we don't want Samus on everybody's system." So Epic was given a choice of put Samus in Fortnite as a skin, but only for Switch players, or she doesn't go there. And Epic said, "Thanks, but no thanks." And I said, "No deal." So they didn't want to gate content like that,
Wow,
and they
that's a
didn't.
crazy. I can see why Epic didn't do it. I didn't know anything about this story, and while I was waiting to hear why. I was thinking that it was going to be, anything else, like something not like maybe they didn't reach the dollar amount or something. But no, it's like they demanded something kind of crazy. I'm glad that they did, because as much as I'd love to see Nintendo players in Fortnite because it's fun, I also don't want to see Nintendo players in Fortnite. Kind of like with Simpsons characters. Like I love them so much that
Yeah.
I almost don't want them licensed out like that. Although that's what makes Fortnite so fun and
Yeah.
awesome is like the diversity of characters.
And if there are characters that would fit, like Samus is a good fit, definitely.
oh, it's great, it's great. I don't know.
And Nintendo, I will say, is equal parts crazy and not crazy here. I think Nintendo wanting it to be Switch only is really short-sighted because Nintendo fans know know what Metroid is and know who Samus is. Like, you want to get that out in front of the other players. They see that skin on Xbox and PlayStation or PC or mobile, and they're like, "Who's this? I like that skin." Learn about it that way. So I think that's short-sighted of Nintendo. But also, I understand Nintendo like not wanting to get their characters in the mix with everybody else just because they're like, our characters are something special. So I understand Nintendo's point. But on top of all that, there are Switch exclusive skins. Like if you bought the Switch Fortnite bundle, you got the back bling that and I think a skin, there could be a skin, I think, but it's like a red and blue Joy-Con back bling. But other players can still see that, but the only way to get that was to buy that special Switch. So there's been things that fudge the lines there between Nintendo and Epic, but not Nintendo specific characters. So and it's weird because I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. You guys in the chat, the Minecraft Nintendo stuff, like the Super Mario stuff, you can access that on other platforms, right? I think you can. I might be wrong, but it's not like there's no examples of that stuff happening. Hi, Blinded by Daylight. Good to see you. So yeah, almost happened. Didn't pan out.
What happened? Shouldn't have happened. What happened?
Could it be revisited at some point? Oh, Switch exclusive. Okay, thank you, Radical Defect. So I guess Microsoft was cool with that, but Epic was not. So
Imagine Samus hitting the gritty.
See, that's also probably something Nintendo had issues with. They're like, if Samus is going to do all that stuff, let's keep it to only Nintendo players seeing her. Yeah. But that's
Let her be
You're right.
free.
That's what makes Fortnite so insane and great because all that stuff happens. And I have to get approvals on all that stuff. But it is crazy that you have, all these anime characters and Family Guy characters, and they're doing like all this random stuff from all these other franchises.
It's so funny. And they got
insane.
weird, like back bling, like everything is different and crazy and silly. And you'll hear your friend like, "Peter Griffin's killing me," or "John Wick, no, run!" Like real characters, real names, weird.
We
things.
have like, you can hear the fear in our voices when we're like, it's a team of Peter Griffins, because they're like extra serious about the game. Or like we've done it, when you see banana players or Harley Quinns or right now the Avatar characters are very sweaty. Like when you see certain characters,
Very sweaty.
The one
sweaty means like they are like they take Fortnite very, very seriously.
Okay, I don't know the
sweaty
lingo.
is not
I'm so
specific to
sorry.
Fortnite. It's games in general. If an online player who's like, really good, will not let you go, will hunt you down to the ends of the earth. They are a sweaty player. Like they
Okay.
take it next level serious.
Gotcha.
The one that they have to buy that's an airbender. He's got like a blue arrow on his face. Angela.
Angela?
Is that his name?
Angela.
Angela, the last
Yeah, the
airbender.
main character of Avatar.
Oh, he's the main dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He will hunt me throughout the entire map. I could run forever. I
Yes.
don't know who. I assume it's a different person. I assume it's a different real person
It's
each time.
one guy.
No, it's
But
it's
it's a sworn
Ascension
mission.
Aang that's in
They
the Fortnite.
want me bad. I don't know if they've been hurt by ice cream in their past lives.
Maybe they're lactose
By the
intolerant.
way, for those who don't know
They're
or
certainly intolerant.
or forget, Do plays is a character called Lil Whip, who is a giant ice cream headed man. And
with like real skinny legs.
it's not a guy that runs around with ice cream. It's a guy that's made out of ice
Okay.
cream. So
Yeah, he's like a
Little Whip.
mascot, maybe.
he's amazing. He's
He's
amazing.
great.
Yeah, he's great.
He really is.
It sounds delightful.
He's the only reason he's the reason I got
He's
into
the
it.
character that
pretty
wooed you
much.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
because I was sworn off Fortnite, and it was the early days of the pandemic, and you guys were playing, and I wasn't, because anytime it was a Fortnite night, I was like, screw that, I'm
You
done.
remembered the old sweaty days of
Yeah.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite, when it first came out, was infinitely harder because the matchmaking was
Oh, I
just like
tried it.
everybody goes together with everybody and good luck. And winning a game was like
I tried it and I was
next to
very
impossible
And it
for
scared.
was-
people like us.
And there was nothing but building, so if you weren't good at building like we weren't,
Mhm.
you just had no chance anyway.
Our building was like putting down one ramp to get on top of a mountain, and like even trying to do that, we're like, I can't rotate it the right way. So, but yes, and they
I
fixed
always built by
matchmaking.
accident. I somehow would
Yeah.
end up building, and I'd be like, "Nah, guys, I can't find you. I'm building."
They expanded matchmaking. Matchmaking is fantastic now. They have zero build, which makes it even that much better. So you don't have to worry about building at all. But yes, sweaty players or try hard players as well. Try hard is the same kind of thing, but usually try
I heard
hard
try hard.
take it too seriously and aren't very good. So
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for filling me
You
in on the
got
hip lingo of the youth.
you got it. Yes, this new lingo that's been around for a few years.
I've been living in a cave. You know, I'm not doing anything. I managed to play
You-
Princess Peach, and I'm so surprised at myself. I bought a game in a timely frame.
You, much like Mom Brain, began your transition to old person in like your late teens, early 20s.
Yeah,
so I
housewives
get
and
it.
indoor
I get it.
people.
Yeah.
That's us.
The Golden
it.
Girls connection it's there. So
It-
and
it
Murder She
really-
Wrote, and come on.
It really gets you. The Golden Girls really starts rotting you but like in a good way.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
from a very tender, like Lifetime in general, really
Yes.
set me up.
Yes.
Radical Defect says in all capital letters, it just hit me recently. Man, I'm old now. The
I'm
kids
an
don't
old,
I'm an old now.
which I love.
The kids don't care about me anymore. No, it's not that they don't care, they just don't pay attention.
You know, I work in a middle school,
I do know
and
that.
the other day I needed to get out of my classroom on my lunch break, and just like, I was gonna go sit in my car.
Tasty.
Lunch break.
And I walked through the
Okay.
office, and there were two 6th grade girls that I know. And I was like, "What are you doing?" They're like, "Oh, we're eating lunch in here." And I was like, I was looking for a place to like just chill for a little while. Mind if I join you? And they were like, "Yeah, come on, come sit with us." And one of them was like, "You're like a giant kid anyway." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
That's pretty great."
Well, my cousins say to us, they think we're all right. They hang out with us and want to hang out with us. So
I mean,
they're
an
in their
8-year-old
20s,
thinks I'm
so-
cool, but that's
Man,
all I got. My
you're-
8-year-old niece thinks I'm the bee's knees.
You figured it
I
out,
they heard you saying
RMC.
She'd still love me.
You just have to act aloof, and they love you because your
Like a cat.
sister wants their approval so bad, and they don't want to hang out with her. According to her, remember she was.
Oh yeah, that's a thing in the past. They very much like they talk all the time and they hang out. They're going out to bars and everything
Okay.
together. Yes.
Oh, so she's back. She's young again.
She'll
come
tell
back
them like
around.
when they want to do certain things. She'll be like, "I'm too old. I can't keep up like I used to." But there will be times she'll be like, "Yeah, I'll go do that."
They
So,
were going out after we were at her house for a party last year. They were all like staying over and going out. And I looked at her and I was like, "Do you want an Adderall? Like, are you going to make it?" She was like, "I think I need an Adderall." And I was like, I think you're not going to make it if you don't do something. She was like, because it's like 7:00 and she was like, whined. I mean, she'd put on a house party, so she was probably exhausted, but she was like, "I can't back out on this. Like, I gotta go."
my one cousin who is the city one. What is she?
The city one.
Mhm.
She is very much turning into an old person now because yesterday she's like, I went to my parents' house, I took a nap, and then I soaked in the tub with Dr. Teal's, and it was a great day. And I was like, I like all that, but
Yes,
it's happening.
That's I've been an elderly. Y'all have known me for like 10 years. I've been elderly from the jump in my like mid 20s. I was like, all right, here I am
That's what I'm saying,
crocheting and taking long
You two
baths.
share that in common.
I got so much Dr. Teal's at my house. You're so jelly.
My mom just tried Dr. Teal's for the first time,
Did
and
she
she
love it?
fell in love with it.
I
Like, I didn't know a bath could be that good.
I
Mhm.
remodeled a whole bathroom just so I could truly enjoy Dr.
It
Teal's. And
looks
I
like
want,
the
if you come
ultimate
visit,
spot.
you need to come visit
It
and just
looks
use my
amazing.
tub.
I
It's a
would
good
100% do that.
Our tub is a good tub.
This is
It's
this one's
deep.
It's
this
not
one's
bad. It's not
deep.
bad.
Yeah.
I had to really
tub.
upgrade it. I had to cut apart a fiberglass tub from the 80s and throw that out.
Nice.
And then I went to Lowe's and really upped my
It
my
pains
life
me. Baths. I still love baths, but they're not as enjoyable anymore
because you have too
now
many
I'm
bones.
extra bony, so it's not as comfortable to
if
sit
you
there
put in
anymore.
enough Dr. Teal's, you'll float.
But there's
Oh,
also
right.
they have the
Got it.
bath
Whole bag
pillows
for one bath.
that are the bath pillows that are the whole like length now. Like I'm gonna get me one of
Yes.
because I'm still
Yes.
chunky, and I hit the tub at just the right angle where I'm
Hit
like,
the
oh
tubby.
no, my hips. So I'm gonna get one of those like full body ones for my aging bones.
Those weird me out though, because like, do they ever really dry? You know,
They
and
do.
then,
My
like,
sister has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she hasn't. She's a real mold freak, and so she's made a mold.
I'm gonna be happy to hear that.
Yeah, she's also got a
Tell me
real.
about your sister. She's a real mold.
She's a
freak.
mold freak.
Chris Angel, mold.
Daniel Kilsey, mold freak. But I went to her house the other day and I like opened, she's got a weird bathroom where it's like, that has the sink and everything is like one section. And then there's a door where it has the
Oh.
toilet and the bathtub. And I opened it up and there was just a bunch of empty Dr. Teal's bottles. Like she was an
She's
alcoholic.
got a problem.
But like, I
That's
walked in and I was like,
fantastic.
Danielle. I was like, do we need to talk? Do we?
Are you having an affair with the doctor?
Yeah. I mean, do we need to have an intervention? Does your husband know about this?
Game Freak 613 on the Fortnite story says this is not surprising. I guess Epic didn't want it badly enough, and I really don't think Nintendo needed the deal to begin with. Yeah, well, Epic didn't get the deal that they wanted, and they didn't want to make a special situation there because then other companies will be like, well, you did this with Nintendo, why not do it with us? And yeah, Nintendo doesn't need to do it, so that's where it sits. They could revisit it at some point in the future, who knows? But for now, no Nintendo characters in Fortnite. Switch Online members, if you have the Switch Online expansion pack, you now have 2 more N64 games to
Oh,
enjoy.
boy.
One of these I played a ton in my childhood. Extreme G is available. It is a futuristic racing game with like, I don't know, futuristic motorcycles, I guess. I rented that so many times back in the day, and I remember really liking it. I don't know if it stood the test of time, but now you can find out for yourself. That's available, as is Iggy's Reckin Balls, which is one I always saw at the rental store but never tried because I hated the cover art. So it's a different time. Ball out with Iggy and his eclectic Reckin crew as you smash and swing your way through vertical races set on a series of towering tracks. 2 racing games for Switch Online.
Well, now you can
members.
try it. You can wreck them balls.
Back then, I was like, look at it had like a spherical iguana, and I was like, I don't like this
You
art.
can strap it and feel the G's.
It's not as bad as I was hoping it would be. I'm looking at it right now. It's pretty bad
Let me
though.
Google this.
King Broly says definitely niche, but at least I've heard of both.
He
Yeah.
looks like a nice little guy.
Well, now I have a chance to right my wrong. I have Switch Online expansion pack. I can try it.
It
Actually,
looks
this does look like a-
Spyro-esque, doesn't
yeah.
it? Like even
Oh
the
my
font
god,
is
they
like
copied.
Yeah, no, the one in the background though looks like an acid trip gone terribly wrong. Like
This-
I don't like this. little-
Stupid. That it's his like the cheeks on his smile drive me nuts for some reason.
This just looks like a pink meatball.
Oh,
with
that's
pigtails.
that looks like that one Muppet in Dr. Teeth.
Don't
Yeah.
you slander
They look-
Janice the Muppet like that?
Come on, they
in
look
my
at least
presence.
somewhat similar.
Her eyes are wide open, and Janice
Somewhat
is
similar.
this. She do this.
Well, okay, so one of them's a drug addict and one of them's not.
Okay.
Janice is a
She's
beautiful
in Dr.
musician.
Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Good
She's a,
Lord.
are we gonna pretend like they're not all doing drugs?
We're not pretending anything. Have you ever spent time with them?
Drew Carey wasn't at a Fish concert. He was at the Dr. Teeth concert.
That stuff is so crazy with him.
What
I
happened
don't-
with Drew
look,
Carey?
You didn't
do
hear
what,
the Drew Carey
do what you
stuff?
want to do. Just
No.
like don't say it like you said it, how you said it, where you said it.
Yeah.
What what the heck was
I
that?
gotta give. let
I'm so
me-
sorry to derail this, but I need to know.
That's how the podcast works. Hold on a second. I want to make sure I do this properly.
Was this recently
And
or
he-
after he
yes,
was in the
this
Royal
week,
Rumble?
this week, this week.
Okay.
Thanks to Nintendo, who originally reached out to me earlier this week as soon as it happened because he knows how I feel about Drew Carey.
Didn't you hear Julie talking about it on movie night? 'Cause
Yeah,
I didn't hear it at
Yeah.
all. She might have been doing it while I was working.
she
I don't
did.
know.
And you texted me, but it was really late or something about
That's
it.
when
got
I
it the next
texted you as
day.
soon as I found out about it. Okay, so Drew Carey went to a Fish concert, his first ever
The
Fish
one at the
concert.
Sphere?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to read you exactly what he said, but I will have to censor
I
it.
saw clips of it, and it made me feel like I was.
Oh, you
on
saw clips
drugs.
of him?
know
on-
what he did
No,
then.
not the Drew Carey thing. Somebody else, someone who's on a podcast I like, was at that same Fish concert. But seeing it in the Sphere, I was like, whoa, this makes me feel like I'm on another level, and I'm just sitting here looking at Instagram.
Well, Drew Carey felt like he was on another.
Wait
another
until you hear
level.
this. I'm going to read this to you, and you are not going
Can
to
you
believe
read
it.
it?
I said I'm going to read it, but I'm going to censor
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Laid on me.
All right. Again, Drew Carey's first time at a Fish concert. As I have said in the past, Drew Carey is a fan of drugs. Let's just say drugs in general.
What?
Here, Drew Carey says, "Fish at the Sphere. I swear I just talked to God. I would give you all my money, stick my blank in a blender, and swear off blank." I have to say blank again. Female blank. For the rest of my life in exchange for this. Bro, I met God tonight for real. I feel like I just got saved by Jesus. No lie. This is what it must feel like to blank with a blank, female blank. Because if it's
I
even
don't need
close,
to read it.
I'll show it to you. I'm flying to wherever tomorrow and getting the best blank money can buy. Women's blank. I don't need to be a man no
Women's
more
blank.
if it means I can feel like this all the time. Effing keep it, bro, if I can get this feeling. That was God at
Just
work
like-
or something like it felt like I was being saved by Jesus.
We got Fish madness.
So you like
There you
the
go.
concert?
You can.
Okay.
There's the top tweet,
Good.
and then somebody says something, and then scroll down, and you can see the next one.
SD says, "Is this a Mad Libs?"
So Drew K.
Yeah, right.
I guarantee whatever you came up with for Mad Libs would not be as good as what Drew Carey said. But yes, Drew was very clearly feeling his time at the Fish concert.
Oh, okay. Now I couldn't figure out some of the blanks, and now reading
yes.
it,
Just go to Drew Carey's
It's
Twitter.
vulgar.
It's
if-
very vulgar, but also like I think he's
Go to Drew
overestimating
Carey's
it.
Twitter if you want to see it uncensored. It's too far for the
I mean,
podcast,
I
and
have
you
a
know what we
blank.
talk about on
Yeah,
the show.
I have
so
a female blank, and I don't think I've ever had a moment a blank.
have
that
you been
was-
to a Fish concert?
I apparently not. That seems like my nightmare.
And at the
is a
Sphere,
fish,
too. That's
a
next
Fish
level, so.
concert. I don't do jam bands.
Well, then you're never going to feel like Drew Carey.
I'm
then.
never gonna know what it is with my own female blank.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
You're
Well-
never gonna be saved by Jesus then.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm never ever. I'm going straight to HE double hockey sticks.
This response is so damn good. I'm going to show it to both of you. It's right. It's a visual thing, guys. I'm sorry. I'll try and explain it, but I'll show it to you two first. How great is that response? It's Drew Carey on Whose Line Is It Anyway, with just an empty speech bubble above him, and that's
Yep.
what he's
Oh,
saying.
I was looking at the Ted Lasso thing. What?
That picture. So it's framing his tweets underneath it. It's
Beautiful.
so
Brilliant.
good. But yes, Drew Carey had a great time at the concert, and you know
Well,
what?
Good for him.
Good for him, man.
He's not hurting anybody. He's
and
just
then he went to the Price
celebrating-
is Right the next day and
He's
was
just blanking blanks.
he's just blank. He's celebrating the female blank, the mysterious
loving God,
blank.
loving blanks, wishing he had a blank to blank the blank.
Oh, no.
putting blanks in a blender.
Moving on to a serious topic.
That
You
wasn't
might
serious?
Remember, it was seriously interesting. You might remember
Moving on.
a few weeks ago, we heard that a man got arrested in Japan in connection to the threats that were made against Nintendo. Quick refresher. Nintendo was going to do Nintendo Live events in Japan with concerts and tournaments, and they had to get canceled because somebody threatened the venue and somebody threatened Nintendo, saying, I'm going to blow people up, I'm going to kill people, all that stuff. So Nintendo canceled them, and obviously law got involved. They found out who the guy is. It's some guy in his 20s, whatever. But the thing's progressed since then. Since we told you that last update, the man has now been charged with obstructing business by force. Now, everybody wanted to know why the guy did it. The guy is finally given a reason.
He was just big mad.
So basically, he made death threats against Nintendo employees, events against event locations and event goers. So everybody, death threats against everybody. And he said he did so because he wanted to fight back against crappy games, except he didn't say crappy. He said shovelly.
Oh,
dear.
That's what it is. So he's mad at some Nintendo game or something. And he was like, you know what the answer is? Killing people for it. So there you
Seems
go.
reasonable and
But
just.
So
now he's,
whatever.
we'll tell you what he gets. We'll tell you what actually happens to him now if he's going to jail or anything like that. But something's going to happen. Martin Stuff has the most upvoted comment. It says, imagine being so disgruntled at a company that you have to resort to this. Something tells me justifying this as constructive criticism probably isn't going to work out for the guy. Yeah, this strikes me as mentally ill, and that's serious. But I don't know if that's the case for sure. Maybe he's just an internet troll that's really angry. But we got his answer. Crappy games was his answer. Moving on, North America. Time to find out what we got this week. Speaking of Mario Party, actually, there's something Mario Party-esque available.
Ooh.
Thank you. North America, what do we get this week? Class of Heroes 1 and 2 Complete Edition, so that's both games in one package. Demon Slayer, sweep the board. I am a huge fan of Demon Slayer. This is Demon Slayer, but Mario Party style.
Oh.
And I just got a code for it today, so I will be reviewing it.
Oh,
Very excited.
boy.
Whisker Waters, Adventure Bar Story, Another Crab's Treasure, which managed to sell 30,000 copies in 24 hours. Good for them. Arcade Archives, Emeraldia, Before the Green Moon, Builder Simulator, Cape's Escape Game, 8th Room, Cat Piano.
Oh, Cat Piano.
Cats, that's really good. Cats Hidden in Italy.
Meow.
Also an amazing vacation.
Corn Kids 64, which we talked about last week. Horrible name, great game. Cyber Poly RPG, Dark City, Dash and Roll, Dr. Cat.
There's a lot of cat going on. Dr. Woman Blank.
Dracula versus Monsters, El Shaddai HD Remaster, Escape Game, The Dr. Mouse's Lab, Five Nights of Nightmare, Escape Horror Story, Geometric Sniper Bundle, Hella Chapter X. Wow. Hidden Cats in New York.
Another
4
great
cat games this
vacation.
week. Home Office Simulator.
That sounds
Ayame
awful.
Life Sim. Yep.
As someone who works from home.
I agree. Kanjozuku 2 Drift Car Games. Knight's Redemption War for Freedom. Library of Ruina. Life Bubble. Minesweeper Million. Our Field Trip Adventure.
Ooh.
Ping
Yes.
Race. Purple Slime Production Line. I like that title.
Ooh.
Romance MD. Always on Call.
Oh,
Ooh.
that sounds mine and Mom Brain's alley.
I'm going to look that one up.
We need chocolate and flowers stat.
Search of Light.
I gotta work on this female blank.
Saga
Stat.
Emerald Beyond. Space Routine. Tales from Candleforth. Tales from the Underrealm. Hazel. Tiered. That's T-E-A-R-E-D. Tell me your
Teared?
story. No,
Teared.
it's not Teared. It's Tiered.
I teared it.
Tell me your
Mom, I
story.
wrote up.
The Eerie Surroundings. The Epics Collection handheld. That's 6 classic Epics games. So California Games is one of them, and I want to say, I don't know. California Games for sure, I remember. The Fall of Elena Temple. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. That is a brand new boomer shooter. If you don't know what a boomer shooter is, it's a first-person shooter that's like how they used to be when we were growing up. So it's like Duke Nukem or
Okay, boomer.
Wolfenstein or something like that. And then finally, Zombies, Aliens, and Guns. Joe Shabadoo has a comment, and he says, Dr. Cat MD, cat doctor, and practitioner of General Meowdison. There you go. PC, would you like to take up Nikki Hill's mantle and do the European
Sure.
releases?
I don't know how to read right, so it'll be fine.
I would just read and write.
I don't know.
What
Uh,
are the next
I don't know them
European
words.
masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet.
God. I'm panicking on the intro.
releases.
I
What?
thought you were going to.
I thought I got some music.
No, I'm panicking. I'm going to lose my job. I'm panicking.
What is it? These are the European releases
Sure.
for the week. What week is
That
it?
wasn't over?
April
It's on
22nd?
the post.
Is it? For the week of April 25th, the year of our Lord 2024.
There you go. We got year of our Lord is the important part.
I know, and I was like, oh god, it's not happening.
You're good.
Okay, we got Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no
Skip that
Yaiba,
Yeah,
Ayuden Chronicle, 100 Heroes,
that's right.
Lunar Lander Beyond,
That's right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, Wrath of the Mutants, Whisker Waters, Adventure Bar Story. I've had a few of those. Another Crab's Treasure, Arcade Fusion Bundle, Builder Simulator. Not specifying what, you're just building.
Yeah.
Your mom brain getting
I thought
trapped in
about that,
Fortnite.
too.
I
You're just
think it's
building.
construction.
Really? I had no idea.
I think so.
Cape's Escape Game, 8th Room. Oh, Capiano. Cats Hidden in Italy. Corn Kids 64. Dadish 3D. I love Dadish. I
That's
downloaded it on a
correct.
whim. It's great. Dash and Roll. Dr. Cat. El Shaddai HD Remaster. Escape Game. The Dr. Mouse's Lab, Finding America, the Pacific Northwest Collector's Edition, 5 Nights of Nightmares, Escape Horror Story, Geometric Sniper Bundle, Hella Chapter X, Hentai Girls Steamy Maid, Hidden Cats New York, Home Office Simulator, Insurmountable Library.
Rent us up some movies. That's from The Simpsons.
The Book Depository of Runa, Magical Girl Dash, Megatron Mushashi W Wired
Megaton.
Megaton. Oh my god, there's still more.
Doo-doo.
It's all these two.
Yeah, keep
Okay.
going.
Minesweeper Million, Our Field Trip Adventure, Purple Slime Production Line. Sounds kinky. Puss in Boots, Perfect Adventure, Rat Rinth. That sounds.
I will be
like
talking
a-
about that later.
A New York subway. Reigns, the Roman Reigns complete set. Risky Chronicles and the Curse of Destiny. Romance MD, always on call. SOL, Search of Light.
Mhm.
Saga Emerald Beyond. Tales of Kenzaru. Zow.
First game from that guy, published by EA, Metroidvania, getting great reviews, and it's supposed to be a very heartfelt adventure.
Tiered, The Eerie Surroundings, the Epics Collection, Handheld, Timber Doku, World War, Battle of the Bulge, hi-oh, and Wrath, Aeon of Ruin, and Zombies, Aliens, and Guns.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll do the comments since that was such a long list.
And I don't know
Sticer
how to
says
read.
K Saleh, Nicky. Sorry, Nicky's not Hill, but
Nicky's
Nicky's
not
not Hill.
Nicky's not
here,
Hill.
but we spoke for him and we spoke his name. We did that. And then today, Friday, who breaks news on Fridays? I was surprised. A double dose. By the way, thank you to everybody for
That's
the
not
uptick in
possible.
comments on the site. Double dose of rumors on the Switch's successor.
Oh boy.
I will break them down, and
Is this from Spiders and Flies or?
no, completely different. This I am inclined to believe these rumors, based on the sources that have shared them and the other sources who have backed these claims. I would say, pretty likely stuff here. So, what do we got this week? Let me tell you, rumors of Joy-Cons and the Switch's successor and what's going on there. So the big story here is the Switch currently, for its Joy-Cons, has hard metal rails that you slot the Joy-Cons into. Well, according to inside sources, the Joy-Cons on a Switch successor will be different. Instead of that, they will be using magnets to connect to the system.
Magnets.
So I don't know if
That
they'll also have
sounds
a
bad.
rail guidance system or not. Obviously, you need some sort of like thing to secure it because you can't just have a magnet when you're playing handheld, it'll pop off. So
Right.
there's something else there, but they know a lot of people had problems with the rails and still do to this day because people will put on their Joy-Cons upside down or on the wrong sides.
It's not
and
that
they
difficult.
I agree, but it's still it happens. So they probably were looking at something easier to do and supposedly use magnets. But again, this is rumored, but again, it won't just be magnets. That's not how it works because, when you're moving around handheld, it would obviously snap off. or disconnect.
Right. That doesn't seem.
What does this mean for the current Joy-Cons? Are they going to work with the Switch Successor? I don't know, honestly. I guess
Maybe.
wirelessly they could connect, but they wouldn't be able to charge. So I don't know. The same inside source points to the Pro Controller still working with the Switch Successor. So if you love your Pro Controller, you'll be able to use it on the Successor as well. And that makes perfect sense because you charge that through USB. So you wouldn't need to worry about the rail system. Then you know what? I'll leave this open for your comments. Part 2 of this talks about who Nintendo's. Oh God, I got a typo in the title. Son of a bitch.
No,
It's
you
out
blew
there
it.
It's out there on
Hey,
social
what
media, and
happened?
I guarantee that's all the comments are going to be. Oh, never heard of this company, Samsung. What's Samsung? I'm gonna go read it now.
It's
just
a
'cause I know it's gonna be
Sony.
horrible. The second part of the rumor is about Nintendo working with Samsung to create much of what's happening with the Switch's successor. What do we got? This comes from Business Korea, and they talk to multiple industry sources to get these details. The device will supposedly incorporate a significant amount of tech from Samsung. This includes the displays to the memory to a whole bunch of other stuff. And they're saying the system could still launch as early as the second half of this year. So that would go against what we heard last time, which was the thing got delayed until the beginning of 2025. I don't know. We'll find out. The parts industry has reportedly reached agreements for initial production contracts, which means Nintendo's moving on this thing now. You know, it's going to be made. The device is supposedly going to use a Tegra 239 chip from NVIDIA, and they're using Samsung's crap to build that as well. High value added memory will be manufactured by Samsung. And on top of that, a 5th generation VNAND is expected to be incorporated into the game cards and the memory cards. So more storage space and quicker access to that data. What do we got from comments? Let me tell you. Over on the Joy-Con side of things, D says, hi says, not sure if I like this. How well will this hold up when playing handheld when you're moving in a vehicle and it's shaking? Yeah, again, it's not just going to be magnets because that would not work. Over on the Samsung side of things, Hawk says, with the magnets in the Joy-Cons, could that mean Hall effects are... Did I do that? No, they're just talking about it. They're also talking about magnets
right,
on the other
buddy?
one. Hawk says, with the magnets in the Joy-Cons, could that mean Hall effect sensor joysticks? They use magnets, if I recall. Nintendo would probably be crazy not to solve the joystick drift problem this time around. I hope and pray with everything that Nintendo goes with Hall effect joysticks on this, because now, having used Hall effect joysticks, I would never want to go back. They're so much smoother and nicer feeling, and they eliminate any drift potential at all because there's no moving parts. They use magnets to do the job. So they are lovely to use. They feel fantastic. And with Nintendo having Joy-Con issues with drift, yes, going with Hall effect joysticks would be fantastic. But is it too expensive? I don't make the stuff. It's certainly more expensive than the methods being used right now. So it might be too expensive, but boy, would it be nice. Maybe they'll do a Pro Controller for the Switch Successor that uses Hall effect joysticks. I don't know. We shall see together, my friends, but that's what I got for you right now.
It's going to
That's your top
blow
stories.
ICP's mind if it's magnet related.
Oh, that's right.
How do they work?
That's our top stories. Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
Excellent. PC, whatever the hell you want
Don't
to
look
talk
at my
about.
screen.
Oh, okay.
I played Princess Peach Showtime, and it was a delight.
You played it beginning to end?
Yeah. Yeah, I beat it fairly quickly. I was trying to take my time with it, but it was just so fun. I liked all the little different things because I'm a theater nerd, so I was like, this is fantastic.
What was your favorite transformation?
Oh boy, I really liked the figure skating. That was the only one that like also kind of annoyed me. Well, that and this stupid cookie challenge when you're the pistachio. Patissier.
I haven't started. I only played the demo. I haven't started the game yet. I'm so glad you feel the same way about Patissier, because when I was trying to get all the, what do you get in each level? Hidden things?
You get the crystals.
Yes. Thank you for saying that, because when it came to the cookie and having to do that cookie right to get all of them, I was like, this is impossible. I can't do it with the cookie or with the cake like spinning on the platform. And
I watched it. It was great.
The cakes I got a handle on eventually, because I try every time I play a game like that to 100% like each level, but then I get frustrated. Like I did like the first like 3 floors, I think I got. But then it started to get a little dicey. There's one that's like a spooky cookie party thing when you're the Patassier, the Cavassier, whatever she is.
I've heard
The
about these
pastry,
cookie parties,
the
videos.
no, not a lemon party. But it's like you have to do, and I feel like you're feeding all of these little zombie people who are trying to eat the cookies, and it's just, oh my god, I think I do it, and it's so impossible, and I can't get the last freaking crystal. So that's frustrating. But other than that, I just think it's so cute. I like all the little outfits you can get. And it's just fun. It was fun and engaging. I don't know how I feel about the grape lady. The boss,
The main villain.
yeah, I mean, this is kind of, I was like, what's happening here? Why should I feel anything about this GURP? But
Because
like,
she's somebody grape in the sour bunch. I don't remember. what her
right,
name
it's
is.
just grape. I think it's just grape in the sour,
No,
but
she's
it's
got
like
a name, doesn't she?
Gertrude Grape. I don't
Bitch grape.
sassy grape.
Princess. Peach.
But yeah, no, it was super fun. I'm glad I bought it. I went to the store and I bought a physical
Put some
copy.
respect on her name. It's Madam Grape.
Oh, Madam Grape.
Madam Grape
She
and
should
the
go
Sour Bunch.
be stomped into some wine because I'm tired of it.
Wow. I can't breathe.
Yeah, so it was great. I feel like I had more things to say about it. I was thinking about it in the car ride on the way up, and now it's all like out of my brain.
As he says, their name is Grape Ape, actually.
Grape Ape. But yeah, no, it's well worth the money. I thought it was really the whole idea, the whole premise, I thought was real nice, and the graphics were super cool. Like not like crazy different, but there's this little, the way they did. Oh gosh, there was some level, one of the ninja levels, I think, and it's just the way they did the animation on it. I was like, wow, this is fantastic. Like to myself alone on the couch, but you
It's
know,
like me all the time.
I know. I was talking to the dog, and she's like, huh? But yeah.
I don't have sales figures for outside of Japan. We don't know those numbers yet, but it seems like it's selling better than was expected to, and it's been sitting at the top of the charts too. So this is connecting with people, which is cool to see. So
Yeah, I let my sister borrow it, and I called her the other day, and I heard all these. I heard like, "Ee! Ah!" like in the background. I was like, "Are you playing Princess Peach or watching hentai?" And she was like, "Maybe a little both." But she is really into it right now. Other than that, yeah, she's super into hentai right now.
I
It's
mean,
her whole life.
We could use a second hentai correspondent.
Nicky Hill's not here. So.
Yeah, we'll have to, outsource to her. And I've been playing on my phone. I've been playing Fallout Shelter because I watched all of Fallout.
And that show is bringing people into the games in droves. They were over 5 million players yesterday it was.
I tried Fallout 4 and I couldn't get into it. There was just something about it where I like eventually lost interest. But then I was watching the show, and I mean, I'll watch anything with Walton Goggins in it.
Well, people are thirsting over
I
not
can
just Walton
kinda see
Goggins,
it.
but this version
the
of
Walton Goggins.
Walton
So
Goggins.
weird.
Walton, I don't know what it is. He's got a certain riz to him. And
That no-nose riz.
Yeah, like, I already have a thing for cowfolk. And something about his just general attitude, because he's like, I'm horny for him when he's not a ghoul.
Cowboy-esque, Red Skull skin.
Yeah, and then
no
something
nose.
about
What more
the
could you
ghoul
want?
where it's just like, I don't know what.
Checks every box.
It's like the
So
weird
weird.
fantasy smut part of my brain that's
It's
wired now.
I get game stuff on TikTok. I haven't watched the show yet.
Show's
But
really good.
I keep getting so many TikToks about girls saying either I'm scared that I'm so attracted to him,
It's
or
unnerving.
very confident about how attracted they are to him.
I saw one where somebody's like, if you kiss him, does your nose go in his nose hole? I was like, I don't want to think about that. I don't think I'd actually kiss him as a ghoul, but I was
That's
like, but I thought about it, and it probably would. I don't think I want to kiss him as a
You
ghoul.
can't change him, ladies. He's
He's wild and free.
250 years or something. He's been alive.
He just-
hating. So.
Oh God,
Perfect.
I think it's just because I'm
Perfect.
just really into Walton Goggins.
Well, you are not alone, and you're not even alone at this table. But you're not alone. You're in good company.
Yeah, but I've been playing
I
the
have
Fallout
a friend
Shelter.
who, when a Walton Goggins show comes out, he'll text you immediately about it. That's how excited he is. I'm just.
It was me texting him.
I know, but no, he's just fantastic in everything he's in, and like I might even sling it to Uncle Baby Billy.
I'm
But
sorry.
like that, it's just something about him. Listen, I'm just in my unabashed,
Hey,
horny
Baby
that's
part of my
fine.
life.
Worse.
That's fine. You
He's
say
worse
whatever
than
you
the
want.
ghoul.
Is he? I mean, at least he has a nose,
I have
and
to
he's
say
not
this.
radiated.
I'm not trying to be mean, and I apologize in advance. But I always thought he was a strange-looking man.
He is, but there's something about him that really just
and
does
he's got
it for
like
I
me.
don't
he's,
find him
his
physically
hair.
attractive.
His hair is always like
His
Bram
hairline's receded,
Stoker's
yeah.
Bram Stoker's Dracula
got weird
esque with
teeth.
like the
Yeah,
bouffant
and he's
at the
got like
side.
big teeth.
He's got
and-
big teeth, but something about him just does it for me. I don't
You're right.
know.
Radical defect. That's all it is. Radical defect says sometimes strange-looking men do it for people. RMC. There-
Yeah,
and
they
he
have
goes-
like
He said, "I am happy. It got me a spouse."
yeah.
Nice.
That's great.
It's like they just got a certain level of charisma where you're like, yeah, this guy's goofy
There
looking,
ain't
but I
nothing
can
wrong with-
overlook it.
Enjoying some strange.
How do you feel about Adam Scott's looks?
Adam Scott's, I think, is handsome.
All right, so
He's a traditionally handsome
So you've
man.
got skewed. You've got skewed. You're
Yeah,
face
something's
blind,
off.
is what
Yeah,
you
you're
are.
face blind.
You don't know what attractive people are.
One looks like Fire Marshal Bill,
Clearly.
and
What is wrong? Shut up.
I have a
What
thing. I have a
is-
thing with him. I think.
What's
he's,
your problem with Adam Scott?
I
He
think
thinks
he's,
he's
wrong. That's
What
the best way I
is
can put it.
wrong about him?
Look at the man's
He's
face.
a cute guy.
No.
Maybe, but also a lot of it's like
and
they,
we've done this forever. We've brought up like the
And I'll
pictures
keep
because
doing
like
it.
there's pictures where he looks really handsome, and then there's pictures where he looks
I mean, but
exactly how
that's
RMC is
anybody.
describing him.
I mean, like
Google
there's pictures.
images. Google images. Literally the first picture.
I mean, it's
literally
not
first
great.
one.
Okay.
I'm not cherry
All
picking
right,
here.
I'm usually like I'm pretty adorable, but let me show you my professional headshot I got at work. I look like a Ghoulgans. I don't know
The man
what.
needs facial hair. It helps him a ton.
Where look at I look like a 50-year-old woman who's just
That-
living her
yeah,
best
that's-
life. I got a
I-
moon face. It's terrible. I look like I just crawled out of a dumpster outside of
That
an Ann Taylor.
I don't think
Doesn't-
that's true.
That doesn't
Jesus.
look like you. I agree,
It
but
doesn't give your essence.
Right,
It's like
but I'm just
too
saying-
buttoned up.
that's
But, well,
not
'cause-
Adam Scott
right.
level. Of
No, but I'm
whatever
just saying
is going on.
there's sometimes you don't get a good photograph. Sometimes you're like, wow, I'm $1 million. And sometimes you're like,
Sometimes you don't
it's-
get a good photograph, and sometimes you're Adam
okay,
Scott.
here's another one.
Sometimes you get a good photograph, and other times Rami constantly takes your picture, and it's never good.
Oh,
I
He
mean,
I
has
mean,
taken so many
I've been
heinous
there.
pictures of me. I mean, I'm not
That's how you
saying
know
that like I take good like
you're
I'm,
a real friend. If I take candid
I'm
pictures
not
of you to
super
make you look horrible,
photogenic. So like but he's got
I mean, there's just
some good ones.
sometimes, like, who else I decided to stand in my truth who does it for me? Conan O'Brien. It's just sometimes goofy men just get it together. It's something about
Conan's,
it.
well, see, yeah, that's very heavily.
I would
influenced
kiss
by
young
personality, and
Conan.
that's
I would
fine.
kiss current Conan. I would just he could
Hot
climb
ones,
him like a
nipple
tree.
spiced Conan.
Yeah,
Ugh,
oof, boy.
That was so gross.
I love him.
I'm
watched-
not knocking him, man. He can't do anything, and I appreciate that. I should say I'm not knocking him, and actually I'm praising him. He's got that one vein by his eye that's very noticeable all
Who,
the time.
Conan?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'd still
and
love
I
him.
applaud that he has done nothing about it
Yeah,
because
he's just aging.
just-
He's
yeah,
61.
He's just aging. That's it. He's just aging.
Yeah,
and I like it.
but I watched Conan O'Brien Must Go,
I haven't watched.
which I recommend to everybody, especially
I've seen
because
a ton of clips and they all make me laugh, but I haven't watched.
I
it.
just love it. It's fantastic. Anyway, I
Anyway, Princess
forgot
Peach
what
Showtime.
Princess Peach Showtime. Somehow it just went down a crazy whirlwind. But yeah, I've been playing that. I've played Fallout Shelter. I can't think of what else I have been playing. But it's real. I feel like I played so many games since the last time I was here. I played like Super Mario Wonder. I played the Legend of Zelda, that
Tears
new
of the
one.
Kingdom?
Yeah,
You beat that?
I did.
Congratulations.
Yes, I've beaten all of
Woo.
these. I bought that one too, also shortly after it got released. I think maybe the day of. And I've been buying physical copies because I don't trust the digital anymore.
Well, nowadays more than ever, that untrust is warranted. So
Yeah. And
some
I'm,
people say distrust. I say untrust.
I like it. I say tax avoidance. I am also itching to play Red Dead 2 again. I'll see a TikTok of it and I'm like, I gotta saddle up. It's also the only way me and my brother
if you
talk
get
to
it
each
on-
other.
If you get it on PC, I'm sure there's some sort of hangman
Oh my
mod that you
God,
could
I would my flood insurance would have to be
his
used.
theme
It would be
song on the
too.
title screen. And
Ugh, don't even do it to me. Ugh. God, I hope he's wearing that leather
Give it to
jacket
me,
with the
Neil.
fringe.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna
Show
have to.
me to me, Rachel.
I'm gonna have to step out for a
Rachel,
minute,
where?
everybody.
Where, Rachel?
But that's what I've been playing besides playing with myself.
Thank
So-
you, PC. Dude, what have you been playing?
Cuckoo. Played some Animal Crossing, New Horizons.
How's that going?
I'm gonna
It's
interrupt
good.
real quick. They announced the new Animal Crossing Lego set today, and it
Oh, I've seen it.
introduces
It's so cute.
KK Slider.
Oh,
It's the town square with KK Slider
That's cool.
and Isabel, but
Yeah. The Happy Home Academy Island had some sort of festival this week, which was cool. So KK was on his barge DJing, and like everybody was dancing on the beach. It was awesome. It's really, really funny. So that was cool. And it was Phoebe's birthday this week.
Oh, happy birthday.
So she's my ostrich. She's very nice. She's probably my first neighbor. She and one other bunny are our first neighbor. And
That just sounds like you don't know how to like address women.
my first neighbor.
This ostrich over here got a little
Yeah,
bunny
right.
down the street.
These birds.
These birds.
the bunny is male. I should have made to intimate. But yeah, so it's fun. Harv's Island is now complete. I spent all week funding every single, person over there who's for some reason all they do is work and they don't have any bells to fund these things. I gotta fund it.
Sounds like America.
Angel investor. But yeah, they got one couple that I really like. I think they're sheep. They're colorful sheep, and the male will like customize your furniture for you for a fee. And like the female just is in love with him. She'll just like stand there, and every time he does something, she applauds or she fawns over him. And they're like, it's very cute. So I do them a lot.
Division says Cyrus and Reese. They're alpacas.
Ah, thank you. Yep. So those are the two, and then right next to him is Tortimer, this really old tortoise.
Oh, Tortimer was the mayor.
And he takes all my old all my stuff from my pockets and puts it in my storage unit.
I love Tortimer.
And vice versa. And don't ask how he does it. He does it quick. He seems slow, but he does it real quick. Yeah. Animal Crossing is fun. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Nothing brings me more joy than the fact that you are finding so much joy in Animal Crossing. I'm very happy about that.
I have I've got my routine, and it's really great. I would miss it if I didn't get a chance to play it in the morning, with my cup of coffee and stuff. It's like it's a really nice way to start the day. So I've been enjoying Animal Crossing. Helldivers 2 we played this week with Lube and RMC reached out to me to ask if I would play with them, and I said surely I would. We had a fine time. To be honest with you, it was really, really boring for us.
It was horrendously boring.
It's nice to play with
it
Lube,
brought
and
Lube
Lube
such joy.
You can tell Lube is having so much fun playing. But
sounds like he's a Make-A-Wish kid.
it just
Or perhaps
he's having fun. Let him go.
Perhaps a Shriner.
A Shriner. He has an
Oh, no.
adorable
Not
blanket.
Adorable, love to the rescue
On the
blanket.
record, I'm going on the record. That annoying ass Shriner, not kid, the 87-year-old man that's on it,
87-year-old child.
more attractive than Adam Scott. I'm sorry.
What?
All right,
Wow.
Let's get back
There
to
you
Deux.
Okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
God, so
goodness.
sorry,
Helldivers.
Yeah. We weren't doing anything. Like, we were following Lube around. He knows where to go, everything to do. He's got
Like
all
our
the
dad
weapons.
was taking us on a business trip.
It was really, really boring. And like, you can't
Talk to my
you
secretary.
can like barely emote. You can't even jump off a rock like that's 2 feet high. We're trying to like do something to make it interesting. And so we're following Lube around, and he's, drop ships are coming in, and he's just taking them out. He's got weapons. He's like a level 30 something. So he's got all these weapons that just take out these ships by the handful, and we're not even doing anything. Like, we're not even shooting. I've got the first gun that you get in the game, and I think I'm doing something. I was saying this the other night. I was doing something because I'm shooting all the enemies that Lube's shooting, but then I realized like my bullets aren't doing a thing. Like, he's just taking them all out. And then I turn around, and RMC's up on a rock, and he's just like with arms out, like doing a hug emote, because we didn't have to shoot. We didn't have to play for about 90% of this time. We didn't have to play. It was Lube, just us following him around, him doing his thing. And like, every world is dark and gloomy and boring looking. And
We
and,
literally
like,
got to
they're
the first
diving
planet,
into
and it
hell.
was like pitch black and gray, and I was like, "This is
barely
this
see,
is
and
exactly how I think of
and
this
like
game."
I mean, I know we've been playing Fortnite a long time, but Fortnite is still fun and colorful, and it's changing constantly, and there's no stakes.
There's
and-
never any
and, like-
time I go into Fortnite unexcited, and there's never any time where I play Fortnite and don't have a lot of fun. Like it's always fun.
It's always
Which
fun.
really is high praise for a game that you've been playing for years.
And I'll
you
even
know?
play
Like,
it solo still sometimes
Yeah.
because it's still enjoyable. Like I love playing it with friends, and that's where the most fun is. But the game is just good. It's a really enjoyable, fun experience.
The game
But
is
It's
fun.
fun.
yes, Dew and I were there for each other for moral support. We couldn't even speak because we were so bored.
We were.
but
I have to note that like there wasn't a lot of talking that night. Usually we're talking.
just a stony
It
silence.
was.
Parallel play. Like just
And-
straight up parallel play.
And like we're not like war communicators. Like we're not like, oh, Tango's over there. Go
Over
go.
now, over now.
Mark him.
Yeah, like we said, it
one
has to
shot.
be like,
He's
Peter-
one shot.
there's a Peter Griffin over the hill or something.
Yeah, like that's about as far
A
as it
wild
goes.
pack of griffins
Or
coming
like,
over the
like
hill.
Bad Boys here or whatever. Like that's about it. Like
See, when we play with Lube doesn't. When we play Fortnite with Lube, we'll be having other conversations about what we're watching or anything stupid stuff like what cookie am I eating? Just stupid stuff like that.
Where's
But
my hand?
Lube doesn't interact with that stuff really. Very rarely he'll chime in with that, but he's usually talking about the game or doesn't talk. So when we go over to Helldivers, we're in Lube's world, and he's
You're in
paying
his
thing and talking
domain.
about what's going on with the enemies and the lore of Helldivers, and we're like,
but I guess
Since
my
that's his
point
hard
was
end.
like we're not we communicate about anything but the game usually.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what we're playing, we're going to talk about goofy stuff and goof off or whatever. But there's just something about the nature of this game where it doesn't like promote goofiness. It's just like you're
It's
just kind of
deadly serious.
and it's like get in the pod, Helldiver,
It's not
and
even that it's
dive and then
deadly
shoot and then
serious.
kill and
Is
then
it like-
leave.
it's just
Is it like sitting through a child's play?
yes, that's what it's just soul sucking. Yes, that's how it is for me. And we're Lube's children, I guess, and he's doing the play.
No,
I don't know.
he's the child, and you just have to sit there and be like, "Great job, honey! Really
it's
nailing
really-
that
You really
monologue."
got those
It's-
bugs. You did a great job.
It's
out
funny. There's on Lube's ship because Lube got the deal. So we talked about this before. He bought the special edition, so he has this like game on his ship that you go and it's like a rhythm game or something or like a directional based time game, and all you do is press left, right, up, and down when it prompts you to, and you have to do it in
It's
a time period.
DDR.
Yeah.
And RMC runs to that thing between every match to try to get a little bit of fun
Yes.
in. And what's funny is we're quiet, we're silent because we've got like nothing to say. And it was like, we usually play to 11. It was like 10:50. We were wrapping up a game, and I was like, I hope we're just like, this bleeds into 11
Yeah.
o'clock, so there's not another game. We get back to his ship at like 10:52. He goes right into a new game immediately. So I'm like, all right, we got to do the game. But he picked like the longest game. Now I'm getting off track. Anyways, but it's like you're playing that game on the ship. It's totally silent, and like the ship is silent, and all you can hear is like bing, 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 like whatever the sounds of the game are, and like
Yeah,
man.
I legit like that mini game a lot, and I can't play it on my ship, only Lube. So that's
That sounds like a nightmare.
my Helldivers time is like an hour and 50 minutes of torture and 10 minutes of me having a lot of fun while I'm on Lube's ship.
Yeah, so he'll do that and he'll have fun, and then when we dive, we just came up with a new game that's not
Yes.
even a game, but when you dive, you can see the other guy's pods, and so we try to like all land on each other.
We're trying
Like,
to dock,
that's
we're
the-
docking with each other.
yeah, and it's literally
Taking
it's
it from real life to the
it's
game.
the first 5 seconds of dropping in,
Yes.
and it's the most fun of the entire thing,
And
trying to
this
land on
sounds
each other.
Notice when we
awful.
did it, the funny part of that was me, you, and Jason were laughing, but Lube wasn't laughing.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he doesn't.
Did you?
It's-
So
I
did
don't
you
know.
pick up on what happened during that game where Lube? Let me think of how it played out. How did I dropped a pod? Yes, that's what it was. So I had died, and Lube did the stratagem to call me back in. because he killed me. He did something that killed me. What did he do? I don't remember, but he killed me. So you have to do a stratagem where you do this thing where you call in a pod and it brings in another player to replace me. So I get another character to control. And my pod is flying down, and I steered it right above Lube and landed on him and killed him. And, and I was like, "Oh, I got you. Did I get you?" And he goes, "Yeah, you got me." He was very upset about it, but I was like, "I'll call you right back in, whatever." But like, just that little glimpse, I was like, "This is fun, right here. This is fun."
That's funny. I didn't catch
terrible.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
so
he
sorry.
killed me with one of the big weapons he had because he didn't realize I was close next to him, and he like called in something, and it killed me instantly. So when he called me back in, I landed my pod right on him and nailed him and killed him instantly back.
Man,
and I
that's
thought it was a lot of
hilarious.
fun. He did not.
That's so funny. Yeah, he was, like you said, he was telling us a lot of lore and stuff, or a lot of stuff about the game, about his weapons, about what you can download and stuff. And we were like, you're assuming we're going to play this again. I appreciate that.
I'll when he wants to play, I will play, yeah,
right, but like I'm
Did
not
he play with him?
yeah, I'll still definitely play with him, but I'm not going in there to like do any leveling up myself or anything like that.
I think I finally made it clear to him that like if we're gonna play, you have to initiate. Like you have to reach out to us and be like, "Do you want to play?" Because we're not gonna be like, "Hey, you want to play?"
Yeah.
We're just spending all that one day we usually play. We're spending it hoping he doesn't text.
Well, by the end of the session when we were leaving, he did say, "Thanks for playing, guys," and he kind of said it like that. So I think he kind of gets the idea that like it's just not as fun as Fortnite for us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean I hate to harp on it, but it's like,
again.
it's funny because like for the first couple of nights we played, I thought we had a good time, but it just got so old so quick. You've seen everything. If you played the game once, you've seen everything.
The first night was fine because we were learning, and then the second night was fine because we had learned how to do certain things. And then by the end of the second night, I was like, these missions feel pretty similar. And then when we played again, I was like, we've done all this already. How have we done everything already? So,
but yeah, it was fun. It was just funny because there was even less for us to do. We went in there and Lube had every weapon. He was like blowing stuff up before we even saw it. He knew everything, blew up everything, and like we didn't have to do anything.
Yep, we were there to look pretty, keep our mouths shut.
Your arm candies.
You did look pretty.
Beautiful cat. Beautiful cat, Zikamuto. Beautiful.
What an angry
Zikamuto,
boss.
by the way, your question is today later. Anything else, Stu?
Yeah, I played some Fortnite.
Solid Master Link is making a point that you've made.
Yes, we
Is
both
Lou
said
big into
this.
Starship Troopers?
He is. I mean,
oh yeah.
I like Starship Troopers a lot too, and you're not a fan, right?
Yeah, I like Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Starship Troopers and Terminator 2. He loves he loves that, and like he loves that it's kind of like a video game version of that.
That's why I told him about the game in the first place, because I saw, the trailers for it, and I was like, this could not be any more up Lube's alley. I got to tell him about this game. So,
but he's not one like, to his credit, I think he gets this. I think he gets the satire of Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Like I don't think he's one of those guys that's like,
No.
Helldivers. Yeah, we're doing this for democracy.
He certainly. Oh, that's a great picture. He certainly does get the satire. Yes, it is not lost on him. But anyway, enough of hell. What else did you play?
I played Fortnite. Fortnite's good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want these. I don't want the air bending to go. The bending to go away. I like all the bing bing. Yeah, we call it bing bing. So air bing bing,
Air
earth bing
bing
bing, fire bing bing.
I play with friends and I play with family. When I was playing with family, my cousin went to say air. He went to say air bending and he said air bing bing because he was too nervous. And I said they all have to be called bing bings from now on. And
Air bing bing.
when we play with friends, we have all kinds of made up names for everything. And I was like, guys, I have something for family to introduce to our playing. Went with bing bings and it stuck, of course, because it's great. Air bing bings. Air bing bing, water bing bing, earth bing bing, and fire bing bing.
Yeah,
and the last air binger.
Literally
Angela,
it's like another
Angela, I'm sorry.
It's like a whole nother language when we play. And in fact, the small shields are named after Walton Goggins' character, Baby Billy. So yeah, Fortnite's great. I don't want the bing bing to go away. And I played A lot more Dead Island 2 Sola as well. I mean, I'd beaten it, but I started playing through with some more characters. I just love the gameplay loop. I love to smash those zombies, cut them up, blow them up. However I can take them, I will. Yeah, nothing new to report really. Actually, there's I forgot to mention last time. There's this awesome part of Dead Island Solo where, for some reason, there's like a wind turbine that's like on the ground. It's like huge. It's like as big as this room, and the mission is to kick as many zombies into it until it chops up too many and then like breaks because it's too dangerous to have around. That's how freaking ridiculous this is. But man, it's so fun. I just the only thing I wish is there was a new game plus or something. There's plenty of characters to play as, and I play as them all to just because I like to play. But I have there's one character that I found all like the secrets and weapons and upgrades with, and when I play as the other characters, I can't take advantage of those. So that's the only thing that's a bummer. There's ways around it, but it's just annoying. You gotta like put stuff in storage from one person's save and then take it. It's a whole long
And you
thing.
don't have a Tortimer to do it?
You don't have a Tortimer, and actually, yeah, as you wouldn't think about needing someone like Tortimer, but he comes in
Could be
handy.
helpful in any game.
But yeah, that's what I played. RMC, what did you play?
Well, thanks for asking. I played a lot, so much so that, well, it's a lot for me. I had to write down notes to make sure I didn't forget everything.
Oh boy.
So last week, during the show and Mom Brain, we all found out together what Rat was because it was on the list of up and coming
Please
games.
tell me. I need to know.
And we watched the trailer, and I was like, this game is really up my alley. So I got a review copy, and I will be writing a review this coming week. I finished the game. It's a one-sitting game. I blew through it in less than an hour. I want to say maybe 40 minutes. That's being generous. And that's fine. I got no problem with the short game. It is a precision platformer, retro-styled graphics, and that's really all it is. It's very, very straightforward. Just, very quick stages that take, I don't know, maybe the longest stage takes like 20 seconds or something like that. It's just a room full of hazards, and you go around and try to escape. You don't have any attacks, so it's just dodging enemies and dodging around stage hazards like spikes or pitfalls and stuff like that. And that's all it is. There's 75 stages altogether. You play as a little rat, a baby rat that's trying to get back to its mommy rat.
Oh.
And of course, the big bad at the end is a cat, because why wouldn't it be?
Oh, I thought it was going to be like, I don't know, a weird guy on the subway.
Maybe that's a hidden boss. I haven't found him yet. Pizza Rat is the one at the end. You fight
Oh, Pizza Rat! I thought
Um,
Pizza Rat was good, though.
No, he stole pizza from a human. He's
Yeah,
a
but,
bad guy.
Did that human really need it?
Yes.
That rat probably needed it more.
As a human who loves pizza, yes.
God,
I need it.
can we get pizza later?
So, I mean, you're in Jersey. You could get pizza for
I mean,
Domino's.
yeah, but I don't
Pizza
want to
Hut,
eat
we
it
got it all
alone. I
here.
don't want to eat it
Oh,
alone.
Wawa
You're
pizza.
just gonna watch me eat pizza while in your living room?
Have you had Wawa pizza?
No, I still haven't had it yet.
Oh, that's what you should do back in
But
Jersey.
if you're in New Jersey,
I know. I
Here
need.
tomorrow too.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna turn down multiple pizzas.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm a little pizza.
But
slut.
anyway, I played Rat Rinth. It's nice. It's fun. I wish it was more challenging. It wasn't as challenging as I wanted it to be. It's like baby's first Super Meat Boy. That's what I'd explain it as. But it's good. It's only $5. I got my monies, or I didn't spend money. I got my time's worth out of it.
I got my
Um,
monies.
It's just very short.
Money.
And if you're good at platformers or enjoy
Nice,
platformers, it's a
please.
nice little time sink. You could play a couple levels here and there, and that's that. It was fun. So expect my review. It's going to be a short review because it's a very short game, but I'll have that this week. So I played that.
Any rat hats in it?
Asking the right questions.
There are no rat hats. There are multiple rats, and none of the rats wear hats. I'm
That's a
sorry.
real missed opportunity.
I apologize.
Yeah.
The only thing you can get that's collectibles are palette changers. So like you can change the color of the game. Outside of that, that's it.
Lame.
I also said that I found out this week about Mini Shoot Adventures, of which there is a demo. So I downloaded the demo. This is something that I don't know about you. I also don't know about you, but I'll explain it. Think traditional Legend of Zelda, old school,
Okay.
top down. That's what part of this is like. The other part is a bullet hell shooter. So you fly around as a ship in an overworld and you solve puzzles and shoot enemies, but the enemies are shooting lots of bullets at you. So it plays like it's Mom Brain upstairs. It plays like an old school Legend of Zelda, like, the NES one or Link to the Past or any of those Link Between Worlds. It plays like those, except you're a ship that shoots instead of a little guy with a sword. And you still solve puzzles, and it's, defeat all the enemies in a room, and it opens up a door, stuff like that. That's what this game is like. You have the ability to upgrade your ship, so make it shoot faster, make it shoot bigger bullets, make it more maneuverable, get a dodge move, like all kinds of stuff. I love traditional old school Zelda, and we don't really get too much of that anymore. And I also love shmups. I'm a big fan of shmups in general, and I really like bullet hell. So this is awesome. It's only on PC as far as I know. So you can get a free demo and check it out. I played the demo start to finish. The demo is pretty lengthy. You can do a lot in the demo. I would recommend checking it out. It's a dual stick shooter. Or if you're on the computer, you can do keyboard and mouse. So I play with the controller. Left joystick is move. Right joystick is aim and fire. But you can also change that.
Master Link had the stream freeze.
Nicky, huh?
I don't know if it happened for anybody else, but
that is it. Well, people are still talking about what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So,
just
so I lost my train of thought.
sorry,
It's gone.
didn't want.
Oh, yes. Nicky Hill is not someone who likes dual joystick controls for those games. This game has an option to let the ship shoot always in the direction that the nose of the ship is facing. So if that's your thing, then you could play that way as well. Like I said, I reached out to the developers to try and get some insight if it's going to come to Switch at any point. But what an awesome game. I am definitely going to get the full game. It is really, really fun. If you like traditional Zelda, you really should look into this one. It's got a great atmosphere. It's got a really fun soundtrack. It's a nice looking game. And I'm like, I don't know why nobody's thought of meshing these two genres together before, a shmup and a Legend of Zelda. It's a really unique idea. And I think the thing that's putting people off or making them ignore the game is its name, because it's not a very descriptive name, and I don't know what to make of it from the name.
Well, I don't judge anything by their name, so I wouldn't know how to at all relate to that.
Mini Shoot Adventures isn't enough for me to be interested by name alone or know what the game is about. But check out a trailer, as I'm sure many of you are old school Zelda fans. I think you'll get something from this game. So hopefully it's coming to Switch. I also played a demo for Sandland because I've had my eye on this one for a while. It just came out today.
So that's where that boxer, Mr. Sandman, came from?
No, this is the game that has the art style, or was written by, and the art of Akira Toriyama, the Dragon Ball guy. So this is the last thing he worked on.
I've been watching Dragon Ball. You'd be really? Proud of me. Yeah, the original one, not the Z, because I didn't like the Z, but Petco forced me to watch Dragon Ball, and I was like, well, I'll be darned. I like it.
It's fun. It's fun.
I'm enjoying it. Very horny.
For who?
The people in the show. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, what's happening here?
The old guy. What's his name?
Oh, Tortimer? I don't know what his name is. He's got the shell. Master Hornball? I don't know.
That's the one. Yeah,
Master Boner.
You said horny, so I thought of that guy.
Yeah, no, he immediately, and it was just very strange. And I was like, it's a different time.
Well, yeah, Sandland is made by the same guy who made Dragon Ball, and it's his art style. There's a movie and there's a TV show, both of which I need to watch, but the game is out and there's a demo. Oddly enough, this is like a 3D Zelda game. The demo is like, hey, it's an open world game and it's an RPG. We're just going to give you the stuff and you go out there and explore. But the main hook is you have vehicles and you take them around with you and you change them on the fly and you build or you get different vehicles on your mission. So in the demo, you have a motorcycle that's really fast but has very crappy guns. You have a big tank that is slow but very powerful. And then you have a mech suit that you walk in that is also very slow, but is the most powerful of all. But you only punch. It's not good for ranged attacks. It's good for getting in close and fighting. So you go around and you explore and you use these vehicles to take out enemies. And there's dungeons that you go into and abandoned temples that you explore. And it's a really, really, really nice looking game, especially if you like Akira Toriyama's style, because it's his style through and through. But so it's a cell shaded game. It's beautiful. So much fun to explore. The demo So I knew about the game beforehand. I was like, I don't know if this is going to be my kind of thing, but I'll check it out. I played the demo. The demo sold me on it right away. Now I know for sure I'm going to buy it at some point because I am in love with it. It's just such a fun experience. The music in Dungeons is really cool, very atmospheric. It's just, man, I really like it. That's another one. Go play that demo. It's on PS. I don't know. I think it's on PS4, PS5, and PS4 and Xbox, everything. So go try it there. Very awesome. Vehicular RPG. It's not turn-based. It's real-time. Vehicular RPG exploration game. It's great. For the demo, makes it seem great. So I like what I got in the demo. And then the only other thing I played was another demo for a game that I have been excited about, and now I know I will be buying it probably tonight. I played the demo for Stellar Blade, which is out now, also launched today on PS5 only. Yeah,
Exclusive.
maybe it is PS4. I don't know. PS5 is where I played it. Played the demo. Oh man, this game is so me. It's so perfect for what I like. You know, if you like Bayonetta, you're gonna like this game. If you like Nier Automata, you're gonna like this game. It's extremely heavily influenced by Nier Automata or Nier Automata, however you want to say it. Especially in the soundtrack department. Nier Automata soundtrack. Oh, yes, you know that
my
game.
jam, Pascal.
Yes. The music in this game it's very inspired by that game. And the
Ooh.
soundtrack gives me goosebumps. It's so good. You're out exploring in the demo, you're out exploring like this abandoned semi-futuristic city, but it's overgrown and it's like a wistful singer and piano and synthesized instruments. And when you start fighting enemies, it adds in a drum beat and the tempo picks up. And I'm like, oh God, I love this so much. The combat is a lot of fun. It's really fun to parry enemy attacks, but you can also dodge if you don't want to parry stuff. I like the range of abilities you have. The upgrades that you can give your character make it even more fun. It's a really nice looking game. This is one of the few games on PS5 where I'm like, this is something that shows what the PS5 can do. I'm like, these things here look really nice. Like you get a fidelity from them where I'm like, okay, that I would look at it and be like, that's a step above what I usually see. So I'm impressed visually. I like the way the levels are set up, at least where I am now. I don't know how it branches out later, but the level section that they give you to explore in a demo is a ton of fun. And it gives you a good taste of everything. You get a taste of base camps where you upgrade and rest. It gives you a taste of boss fights. It gives you a taste of different mechanics as far as gameplay goes. Things to explore. Lots of hidden nooks and crannies, which is another one of my favorite things. Demo was exactly what it needed to be. I know a lot of people played the demo and they're like, oh, this game is actually fun. I'm glad I played the demo. The reviews have been very good. I think it's sitting at like an 83 or an 84 overall. If you're on the fence, try the demo. I absolutely adore this game. My only problem is something that we talked about before. In Bayonetta, the character is very sexual, but that is a part of her character and a part of what's going on in the game. It directly relates to who she is, what she does, how she does it. Like it's a personality trait. It plays into the character and their style.
Okay, that's how you do it. Good
and
work.
In Stellar Blade, it's very, so far in the demo, the character is, or comes across as like very, the character is depicted like,
me thinking about
I don't want to say like I'm trying to think of how to phrase this without sounding offensive. Like, it's very clear the designers were like, let's make a girl that's really hot and like she's the lead character. But that has nothing to do with the character. Like, it's just a girl who is eye candy in the game. It's not personality. It's not story. It doesn't tie into the moves. It's no personality. It's just like, here's a character. They're really hot. That's what it is. So it's disappointing.
It's a man's world.
It's disappointing, but I know you can get different, a whole bunch of different outfits and stuff to dress them up. So like what you start in,
it's like two tiny triangles.
It's really bad what you start in. Like you fall out of this pod in the beginning of the game, and it's basically that. It's like
falling out of my pod.
You know, it's like you're wearing clothing, but the clothing is also see-through in almost everywhere, except for like little and a little down here. And
I'm
you're
sorry,
like,
little what?
come on. And then like you wear like the default suit that you get in the game that you run around, and it's like It's not like an outfit.
just
It's like
see
no, it's
tiny
like someone
shorts,
like
tiny.
took like a paintbrush and was like, I will paint this on. Like it's the most form-fitting outfit you have ever seen in your entire life. And they're like also
Mystique from
it's
X-Men.
metallic shiny. So yeah, it's like Jesus, like I'm not complaining. I'm not like a prude or anything, but when it's there and it doesn't make any sense for the character of the story, it could maybe outside of the demo. I doubt it because everything you see from the character
maybe
now
there's
doesn't lead into that at
a very
all.
slutty prologue that you get in the game
Yeah,
beforehand.
everything you see from the character, like they're a very normal character. They're like not, and obviously people and video game characters can wear whatever they want. That's fine, but it's very clear in this game. It was like, guys are going to play this. Let's give them a sexy lead to control. So,
What about Nier Automata? What's her sexual power that makes it okay?
See, there's the whole thing about Nier Automata that's about like agency in robots and humans and what we make the robots to do for our own pleasures. And that's where Nier Automata makes sense with all that stuff. I don't know if this character in this game is a robot. I don't think so. I don't want to speak definitively, but there's not going to be anything in this game that ties into any of this. It's just she's scantily clad and that's it. So, but yeah, Nier Automata, all of that stuff is very much a part of the game, not just subtextually. Like there's overt moments too where that stuff is openly discussed, and it's all about robots and agency and what is alive and who are we built? Are we built and we're our own things? Or are we built to please others from like a servant's perspective and like serving like sexual desires or just like brute labor and stuff like that's all part of the game. That's a whole big thing with that.
So Blade Runner. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sexy Blade Runner.
There are things that anything that has a robot that's like, what's a robot? Is it alive? It's obviously going to have ties to Blade Runner. They're all influenced by that, of course. But it explores a whole bunch of other things too. And that's like my bread and butter. I really love that kind of stuff, which is why I was sad about Pluto, because Pluto is about that very much, but I don't think it deftly handles that situation. There's a couple characters in there that really got my attention and really toyed with some interesting ideas, but they're like little blips along the way. And then there's another character that I really enjoyed, but they didn't take him as far as I wanted to. But anyway, Stellar Blade, I don't think it's going to have any of that. I hope I'm wrong, but I really don't see it.
But you have no problem playing it because it's fun, even though
like it's not. I'm not offended by it. It's disappointing to me, but I'm not offended by it.
It's not like going crazy at a fish show.
That's right. I'm hopeful at some point it does some way come up, but I really don't see it. And I don't want it to be like a character who's like, "Whoa, what are you wearing there? Like, isn't that a little dangerous?" I need more than that.
That's
So, yeah, like it's
like very slutty Power Ranger.
Yes, it's ridiculous. And that's why Bayonetta works for me, because Bayonetta is over the top in every way. And Bayonetta herself, she plays into all of that. That's used in what she does and how she approaches scenarios. Like she's using that against everybody.
Well,
it makes
she's
sense.
wearing a jacket. You can put a jacket on
That's
her.
what I'm saying. Yes,
Cover her up.
There are
hussy.
things to. There are more
thing.
traditional clothing that you can wear. How it plays into stats and all that, I don't know. Because I'm going to wear what's stat-based appropriate. Like I want the thing that gives me the most help, and I'm hopeful it's not like, something that makes me feel awkward while I'm playing it. But outside of that, the game is wonderful. It is really, really good. And I want to stress this because a lot of people, when they hear this kind of stuff, they're like, those Japanese people. This game is not Japanese. It's Korean. I just want to point that out because I've seen that vitriol online a lot. It is a Korean game. It is not a Japanese game. Yes?
I was Googling Stellar Blade and related searches. First one, Stellar Blade hot.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's sad because we live in an era where, a lot of that stuff has come so far, but a lot of it, unfortunately, in the gaming scene has not because wowzers. Companies are still reluctant to put females on the women. I hate using that word. Put women on the front of games because guys won't buy it, and they'll put women on the front of games if they're attractive.
Just
so
like real
there was
life.
the fight about The Last of Us when they wanted to cover The Last of Us, and Sony was like, let's get that girl off there and let's put Joel, and Naughty Dog was like, if that's what you want to do, you do not understand this game at all, and we're not going to put the game out.
But
Like
Daddy
Ellie has to be
Joel.
on there.
Daddy Joel.
So yes, it's
Mm.
thank you for
Father
what's the word-
Joel.
what's the word I'm looking-
Daddy.
thank you for capping off my serious conversation about how I'm
Yeah.
upset with this game
We're-
about you
we're
two
bringing
drooling
it
over
back.
Joel.
Mm.
We're women. We're
But
owning
anyway,
it.
Stellar Blade from a gameplay perspective, 100%
Still heavy breathing
sold
over there.
on this game. Really like it.
Daddy Joel.
Gonna buy it right away.
Papa
Really had a
Joel.
blast. I know these games aren't traditionally your kind of thing. I'd be
But
really
it's
curious
Daddy
to see
Joel
you
your
give the
kind of
demo a
thing.
try just to see what you think.
think
You know,
Daddy
I'm
Joel
not
is
saying do
everyone's
it. If you
thing.
do, great. If
He
not, totally fine.
transcends.
But
I think he
I'd be
does.
curious to see what you
I'm
think
a
of the
little
demo.
too prude. I like my women clothed. Thank you very much.
Full turtlenecks.
Well, that's true. I do
Gloves.
remember your
Maxi
days
skirts.
of I'm too small, my clothes don't fit. So
Mhm.
that was you,
Mhm.
right? Guess I need a mushroom.
Mhm.
Mm.
And then that's all that I played this week. So there you go. Let's do questions. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
goninpod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
Beep, beep. They could be about Nintendo video games in general or whatever the hell you want. Zikamudo says, here's a fun one.
That's a good question.
The EU recently forced Apple to open the iPhone to allow third-party app stores and allow apps to be installed from anywhere. This feature is now available there. Now, there's a very real chance the EU could force console manufacturers to do the same and open their platforms up to anyone. How do you think this would change the market, and who do you think would be first to jump on this? My own guess is Microsoft would put their stuff on everything ASAP. I am with you on your assumption. I agree. I think Microsoft would be there day and date with that decision. I think it's tough to know who would be the longer holdout, Nintendo or Sony. Sony, I think, would be the most reluctant to do it. Nintendo would be the one to not understand it. They'd be like, why do we have to do this? Sony would be like, we don't want to do this. So it would definitely change the market. Like, it would change the whole console landscape. I could see it changing the whole console landscape. Like all of that. I mean, Microsoft's going through a real identity crisis right now. I know they said they're doing another Xbox, but last year they said the Xbox sold 30% less than it did the year before. This year they said the Xbox sold 30% less than it did the year before. So they're down 60% in 2 years. Like they cannot get people to buy this Xbox. So if anybody's going to look for ways to reach out and woo players through non-traditional means, it's going to be Microsoft. I don't know what the number is, but Microsoft said recently, like they had like the top 8 games on PlayStation's top 25. Like, so they're doing good business over on the PlayStation side of things. So of course they're going to look at other ways to get their games out in front of people besides just the Xbox platform. That's why they've done Game Pass, because that's available on PC as well. And they're putting out other games on PlayStation and Switch, like the Ori games. Grounded just came out. Pentiment, Sea of Thieves came out on PS5. So yeah, Microsoft would definitely be the one to do it. And I think a move like that would change the industry in ways that we can't even understand at this point. Give it another 20 years and there could be like one platform, because why would we need anything else? And everybody just dumps their stuff there.
Sure,
That's what I think.
whatever.
Anybody else? Okay.
I got nothing.
We also have a Patreon question. Mom Brain, did you know you could join
You
the
okay
Patreon?
over there?
For $1.
For $1. Aaron Cup asks, if you could be any non-human animal for a day, what would it be and why? If you could be any animal, what would it be?
Oh God, I'd be a cat.
I would be a duck, and we've had this conversation. I'd be the nastiest duck. I'd go after people. I'd hiss. I'd bite them. I'd be such a nasty duck. I'd ruin every picnic. I'd bite every kid, and I would love every second of it.
And
That's
you'd be Christmas dinner pretty quick.
And I'd be too shricky. They wouldn't catch me.
Yeah.
Entitled Goose Game.
Yeah, I think I'd be a cat because I'm almost based. Like I love to nap. I love to lay in the sun. I try to avoid eye contact at all costs. And you could be kind of bitchy if you want, but you could also be real nice.
Yeah.
Like I could bite children if I really wanted to.
Any given day is any given personality with a cat.
Is
Mhm.
this just for a day? It's not forever, right?
For a day, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'd be like a
For $1.
falcon or an eagle or something.
Something to
Ooh,
fly.
That's good,
Fly
yeah.
around.
Because you can see a lot in a day
mean,
if you're a falcon.
you-
The diet stinks, so thank goodness it's only a day, and then you get to at least fly around.
I'm
Flying
with
must
you.
be amazing.
but would
Any-
you care if you were a falcon? like
And
about
he-
the
You
diet.
probably like it. I mean, that's probably why they eat it.
There's nothing saying you can't be a
It's like,
falcon.
we could have been eating pizza this whole time. I've been eating thrown up rats.
There's nothing to say you can't be a falcon that still eats pizza. You can do that if you want.
Pizza Falcon.
I'm with you. I want to be some kind of bird because I want to fly. I don't care what bird, just any bird, and I want to fly for the day. That would be awesome. So
Yeah, I picked a bigger bird because I figure you can
You can pick up chihuahuas.
you don't have to flap your wings as much, and you could fly
Great
further
point,
and
great
and
point.
higher and farther. Because I feel like those little ones, they have to flap a lot and they probably have to eat a lot to get the
Right.
energy.
Like, look at a hummingbird. That sucker's flapping like crazy.
Yeah,
sucking up all that juice.
you'd like their diet though, all sugar.
All
pretty much.
sugar. I'll take it. There you go. Those are our animals.
Rosemary the farmer says, a spoiled, crusty white dog to a little old lady would be lovely, but it would be hard to go back after only one day.
How much do you feel like you guys can vamp? Because I drank too much water and I have to pee.
Oh, I
sadly.
can vamp it up, baby.
Mom Brain, let's do music. Send your music to goninpod@gmail.com. Goninpod@gmail.com. Please put music in the title to help out your local
Maybe
Mom
I
Brain.
will.
And I will go pee and make it as quick as I can.
Okay, have a good
All right,
pee-pee.
should we wait for you for music then?
No, you can play it. I can hear from
We can talk about my mom hand feeding her fat dog like a freak of nature. It visibly, I was upset and I was like, this isn't allowed to happen in my house.
That's terrible.
Yeah. She's like, he's a weird little dog, but she's making it way worse. And then, like, if he won't eat, I'm like, just leave it there. He'll eat it eventually. He's a dog. They eat turds out of a litter box.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like, I don't know. And like, literally, I like turned around and she was like hand feeding him like wet food. And I was like,
Oh,
you're going to
God.
stop this right now. And you're going to never do this in my house again.
That's foul.
It's terrible. She's that dog. I'm so worried about
Is
him.
it old?
No, he's like 4.
Oh yeah.
He's just
He's got her wrapped around the finger. It seems
Mhm.
like.
he's just a derpy little boy. I think he had a bad life before, unfortunately, now becoming the property of my mother. As someone who was raised by her, it's not great. But yeah, she's a freak and her brain ain't right. But like Peepa. But yeah, it was
She
weird.
heard that people were getting fed wet food from the hand, so she came over to see what. Excuse me. I didn't realize I could do that.
She's mad. She's like, well,
What was
you
she
blew
mad
up my
about?
spot.
Yeah, you called her
Now
out.
she went back to where she
Oh.
was.
But yeah, I feel like that's what happens to crusty white dogs.
So when I was young, and I think I might have spoken about this last week, my dad, one of his good friends from work, had a Christmas party, and we went. Bill and Gigi were their names, and they had a dog, a little crusty dog, and it was not white, but it wasn't brown. It
Okay.
was like blonde. It was off white,
Okay.
and it was just so. It was like it was like a grape. It was shaped like a grape. It was just so round, and Gigi threw cold cuts at it.
That
Like she'd have the pack, she'd pull a piece of ham off and throw it, and sometimes they'd like hit the dog. and I'm this like little kid, and I'm ready to just explode, and I can feel my parents' eyes on me, like, just keep it together, like, this dad really likes this guy, and what. But and one cold cut whacks onto the television screen and just like
Oh,
slides
gross.
down,
God.
and the dog's like,
Oh,
Like,
that's so
and I'll
nasty.
never, for as long as I live, forget that Christmas party.
Lori is
so
not that
nasty.
bad.
It
I'm
was so
ready.
foul.
Oh my goodness. But that dog, Reggie's doomed. I
Yep.
feel bad. I want to
Yeah.
save him. I want to rescue him from my mom.
You know what? Though?
Oh,
I don't know that he wants to be rescued.
No,
That's the thing.
you've all seen Reggie, right?
my name is Wedgie.
I don't think so. I think you need to put a picture in the Discord.
Oh, I will. He's such a fat, stinky little boy.
Ew. Is he crusty?
He's not crusty. He's very sweet and like he's not a bad dog. My mom just has no desire to train him.
Smellier than Maisie? 'Cause we get smelly
he's
Maisie in here
got a
once in a
good
while.
he's got a good stink.
Nice.
He's a good stinky boy. But
All right.
good
Well, while you
lord.
do that, sorry, it didn't go through.
Oh,
I
you're
forgot.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
First song comes from Kai Bones. Now, let me just make sure my volume is okay.
First party?
Earthbound?
It is first party. It is not Earthbound.
Wario something?
Wario? No.
Mario.
You know?
It is Mario.
It's Mario something.
I can't place the system.
She said Super Nintendo, didn't you? Or-
No, I didn't.
Portable.
Nope.
Oh boy. Okay. What?
Wii.
Mario on Wii. Mario versus Donkey Kong something.
No.
Mario. Boy, Mario Party something.
No.
What other Mario games are on Wii? Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Wii.
Mario Kart Wii. By the way,
What was that? Did it tell you?
I can't find a picture.
I don't know.
That's all right.
I walked in on Raw Meat listening to what was the song from last week?
Mario Artist song.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that
Listen to
song was awesome.
all of those soundtracks this week.
Was
Okay.
Was that the best song on there?
There's a couple that gave it a run for its money. There's definitely a lot of good songs on one of the soundtracks.
So it was from Guy Bones and it was Mario Kart Wii. Here's one from Akumaju.
This is familiar. I know this because I remember from a trailer from a game I never played, and it's meaning something to me, and I don't remember why. What system?
3DS.
Oh, that's... Oh. Ah. It's that... You're not going to know it. It's a Suda 51 game, but I can't remember the name of it. It's a flying woman ship.
Oh. The only one I know is like Skate or Die.
It's something about liberation.
Yeah.
Women's lib.
I really can't remember. Liberation Maiden?
Yes.
There we go.
Well done.
Also,
Never
I put Fat
played it.
Reggie in the chat for everybody. So
So that was from Akumaju, and it was Liberation Maiden.
he's such a dumpling.
Okie dokie. Next song. Oh yeah, Fat Reggie is nice.
He's
and
a-
definitely stinks.
He's got a good stink.
Yeah.
He's a very sweet boy.
This one's from Fart Blossom.
I love that. It's like a Luigi's Mansion.
No.
I like it. It's not ringing any bells.
It looks like a fever dream.
Have a system.
64.
Looks like a fever dream. Space Station, Silicon Valley.
Mm-mm.
Glover.
Nope.
That Iggy's Wrecking Ball.
Nope.
Looks like a fever dream on N64.
Is it licensed?
Mm-mm.
Man, I really thought Space Station Silicon Valley would be it. That's a weird looking game. I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I don't know.
It was Tonic Trouble on the 64.
What?
It's a platformer. I never played it.
It looks ridiculous. And that was from Fart Blossom, by the way. This one's from Zartan 86.
It's coming to me.
Renegade?
Nope.
I'm right there. River City Ransom?
No.
Yeah, it's a dodgeball.
It is
Super Dodgeball.
Super Dodgeball.
Same characters and everything.
Yes. Super Dodgeball on the NES
Nice.
from
Good
Zartan
one, Kev.
86.
RMC.
This one comes from Storbus Corvin.
Oh shit! Do I need SteamWorld something?
SteamWorld Dig.
No.
Gun.
My Hangman Fantasies.
Red Dead Redemption.
No.
No.
It's not Gun either.
No.
Stranger's Wrath.
No and no.
Princess Peach Showtime.
Nope.
World of Goo.
Did you say the system?
I did not.
Switch.
No.
Whoa. That's gonna be a big hint then. What?
We.
Xenoblade.
No.
Is there a
It's making me feel something.
Red Steel 2?
It was Red Steel 2. All
Wow.
Just trying to think of cowboy games.
Mm.
That's one of them.
right.
Donkey Kong Country.
Sorry, that was just a. All right, that was from Storbus Corbin. This one comes from Alien Boy VA.
Granny creams, hot butter ice cream. We take the hot butter, mix it with the ice cream.
Why don't I know this? Is this Fortnite?
It's not.
Put it in your microwave, make it real hot like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip.
Can you turn it up, please?
Granny creams, hot butter ice cream.
Put it in a swasher.
Put it in the schwager.
Granny creams, hot butter ice cream. We take the
I
hot
know
butter,
this.
Mix it with the ice cream. Freeze it up.
Cream
cool,
Wolf?
you can see
No.
it on your screen. Put
What's
it
this
in your
on Switch?
microwave, make it real hot
Yeah,
like
eShop.
a soup or a dip. We call it
Oh,
heat
it's all
and
on
sip.
the eShop.
Very tasty and healthy too. Granny creams, hot butter ice cream.
I don't know.
I feel like I know what it is,
I'm
but I
not
can't
gonna
think of
guess
it.
Butter ice cream. We take the hot butter,
Butter ice
mix it
cream.
with the ice cream. Freeze it up.
That's
cool,
it?
You can see it on your screen.
No.
Put it in
I
your
was like,
microwave,
that's
make
the
it
name of the
real
game?
hot Like a soup or a dip. We call it heat and sip.
It is. Are you guys give up?
Yeah.
You give up?
Yes.
Hypnospace Outlaw.
Oh, I only know it from a trailer.
The song was Granny Cream's Hot Butter Ice Cream.
Granny
good.
Cream.
I really like it.
That sounds like a.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
Good time.
This one comes from Jess I.
So there's another one I think I know.
I think you know a lot of these, huh?
You think you know me?
BBBBB.
Oh my
No.
God, Adam Copeland's here.
Wait. Yes. Why do I know this? Why do I know? This is that composer, son of a bitch. Does that have to be Game Boy? It sounds so weird for Game
It's
Boy.
not Game Boy.
NES?
Nope.
What is this?
It's gonna give it away. That's such a small library.
Virtual Boy?
Yep.
I would have got there. I knew it was the composer.
Who's the composer?
I don't remember his name.
Kevin
He's the guy
Costner?
that he got the dumbest licensed games and gave them the
Jonathan
best
Dunn?
soundtracks.
That's
Huh?
right.
Jonathan Dunn, Dean Evans.
Doesn't-
I don't know.
Doesn't sound like it.
All right. So that was Waterworld. Jess I.
Oh, what a world.
Here's one from Nico Darunia.
Mario Odyssey.
No.
Bowser's Fury.
No.
Princess Peach is Stage Delight.
Showtime.
Thank you.
Stage delight.
Kirby's Dream Realm.
No.
That was a new one.
Don't start doing that to me.
No.
Is it first party?
I believe it is.
What system do we know?
3DS.
Sounds like it's Super Mario Brothers 3DS.
Mario Kart DS.
All right, it's not Mario.
It's not.
Okay. Animal Crossing something.
Nope.
It's not Zelda.
Nope.
It's not Fire Emblem.
It's not.
It's not Kirby.
Kingdom Hearts.
First party, huh? Pokemon.
If she has to double check, then it's not going to be something with like a name. It's going to be
Yeah.
something weird. It's a good tune though.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm trying to think of weird stuff Nintendo did on the 3DS. How about some party game?
Nope.
Or sports game?
Nope.
All right. I'm giving in.
Yeah.
Picross 3D. Mm-hmm. Also, Nico Drunia says hello
I just
to Piper.
wrote this week about how I liked that game.
Oh, Peepa!
Well, you're going to have to write how you don't like it.
Hey, you
I'm
don't know the
wondering if I
soundtrack.
turned the soundtrack off, but that's not something I normally do.
All right.
Likely story.
Here comes one from Turbo K.
Creepy piano simulator.
Bingo.
Nailed it. What system?
Switch.
I feel like it's one of the. Is it like what remains of Edith Finch or something?
Nope. It looks like a game, Rami, that you would like.
That's all of them. That narrows it down.
Helldivers 2.
And apparently, in the comments here, it made a lot of people cry.
Now I looked over because you said comments. I saw it and I can't say anything.
Oh no!
It's been on my list to play for a long time, and I have not played it.
Am I gonna have any idea? Okay.
I guess we'll just give up.
Yeah.
It was Inmost
Huh?
on the Switch.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
I'm on the outmost idea of what that game
I'm
is.
on the outmost.
And it was from Turbo Cat.
Oh, no.
Last song for the week
What? That's all?
is from Steve Irwin. All right.
I played it. I played the game.
Oh.
I played it on Games Pass.
Did it make you emotional?
Didn't make him anything, apparently.
Yeah, I don't remember playing it.
Oh, what is this? Is this Animal Crossing? DS? Wild World?
Pocket Camp.
Holy.
It's none of those.
It's not Animal Crossing?
It is.
Happy Home Designer.
City Folk.
Nope.
The app.
No.
So it is Animal Crossing. No. Is this on a portable?
Nope.
It's really compressed then. So the Amiibo Party.
No.
It wasn't. No.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Man, I'm killing it today, guys.
6 out of 9, I
This
think.
is how it goes.
It was.
Just
It was.
Oh, I know. I
Just
watched the product
marvel. Just marvel in how he does. every
while he
week.
Rain Mans his way to
Exactly.
every video game known to man.
Exactly. I've never played the game, but I know the composer.
Yeah,
and
I know him personally.
Oh, is this Konami? I could tell by the sound
Yeah.
of the. I mean, I'm not making fun of you. I love it. It's like my favorite thing. I find it so fascinating.
I'm not making fun of you, but you're making me sound like a music snob. Oh, is this Konami?
Well, that's what makes the joke funny.
actually,
Sweating a little bit.
If I just did it how you did, it wouldn't be funny.
gotta put some panache on it.
6 out of 9. Really,
So close.
5 out of 10. Not a great week, but we did it.
6 of 9.
And that's it. We got nothing else. So
Oh, we got one more thing.
Oh, we do?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
coming across my desk right now.
Oh my God.
Wasn't a good newsreel, sorry.
Hey, Deux views. It's never news. Rumor of the week with Dew Michaels. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been listening to this podcast, you know that I have spiders and flies all over the land, and they bring me the sweetest
Nectar.
nectar
An old spider nectar.
that I drink, and then that turns in
Mm.
the nectar drink goes to my brain,
Yes.
turns into a nice rumor for you.
Like the spice of
Finally.
Dune.
It's the spice of Dune. So
Spicers and flies.
the only
Spicers and
the only thing about the
I've bought
nectar,
Deebs. Sorry.
it's okay. The nectar I received this week
I like,
Receive my
I like
nectar.
this direction a
turned
lot.
into when I consumed it, instead of just a rumor, it was a true story. So we're doing
True
something different.
nectar.
This is true. This is so usually it's rumors. Today we're doing something new. It's gonna be true.
This is
This
amazing.
is definitely true. So we've all heard about Fortnite's new update that lets you block those potentially harmful emotes. Well, they've also added an update that allows you to only see every emote as the gritty.
Oh my
So
God.
everyone's
Wow.
gonna be right foot creep booming all over.
Do you know if that's
the map.
paid DLC? That seems like that would be something you would pay for because it's that good.
It says here right foot creep boom.
Oh, okay.
So-
All right. I understand. I get the lingo. I get the lingo. Well, thank you. That's amazing. I do not have the gritty, but now I can watch everyone do the gritty.
And that's all you're gonna get.
So many
Watch everyone
Peter
hit it.
Griffins and Angela Merkels, whatever's
yep,
out there.
Yep. Avatar less Angela Bender.
I'm sorry, it's
Why
Binger.
would you say
Bing,
that?
bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing,
Uh, Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
His name's Ang Mang.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
I'm a
Goodbye.
far
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I am the world's best singer.
We're gonna cut off at the very beginning of the after show. Anybody got anything they want to say?
Why would you say
I'm
that?
happy to
Why
be here.
would you say that?
I'm happy to be here.
You said that. We get it.
Baby
I'm
Reindeer was
feeling
good.
so great.
That
Oh
was a-
yeah,
that
I've
was
been
a good
meaning to
show.
watch it.
So
You should. It's good.
You're not finished.
I'm not finished.
Can I finish?
So no spoilers, but it really turned a corner abruptly in one episode. Like it went from what I thought it was going to be to something a little different. And I had texted Dorothy and been like, "Hey, watching Baby Reindeer, so far it's like pretty wacky and fun." And then I watched a few more episodes and I was like, it's pretty heavy, so just hold on.
It does fake you out. It makes you feel like it's going to be a little more lighthearted.
Like quirky.
Yeah.
But with like an edge to it where you're like, oh, this could go like whoa. And then she texted me the next day and she's like, so I watched this episode, and I was like, right, that's where I left
I'm
off.
feeling so
boy.
great.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like I want to watch it, but I'm like, is this just gonna like stress and bum me out the whole time?
Yes, and
I don't know. I don't know.
There's one
You don't sound
episode
very sure at all.
in particular that I felt hungover throughout.
Ooh.
The whole episode
That
made me
episode
feel
was-
like I had a hangover.
That episode was actually really well done because normally when there's movies and TV shows where it's like these characters are on drugs, ooh, it's like like it's like whatever, who cares? I get it, move on.
Yeah.
But like there was something about that episode that was like really fatiguing me, like as
Yeah.
if I'd been doing what this person had been doing for
Yeah.
like the months and months.
well, you know
that
why
were
they got
doing
it right. I actually have some information from my spiders and flies.
Ooh,
They
so you have
consulted
the
Drew
nectars?
Carey to do that.
Oh, I
episode,
thought
so-
you were gonna say they consulted Ted Lasso.
No.
It
They
was
need somebody
visceral.
who's in way
Oh,
deeper.
I don't know.
It was visceral, and I haven't had a hangover in like 15 years. Like, so it was.
Yikes on
Yeah.
bikes.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it
mean,
was a
I'll
lot.
watch it, but
I think, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it depends on the individual with everything too.
Yeah.
You know, like you would be more sensitive to episodes like that, whereas I personally have seen way more for me like harder to watch shows and movies. Like this wasn't hard for me to watch, but I did find it very interesting, and I was disturbed at a few different moments, and And if you're one of those people like me who yells at characters that aren't doing what you would do,
Yep.
you're gonna be yelling at this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, he doesn't make
boy.
one right decision the entire time. It's all like it makes sense, and it's not like
Am I gonna need a cool wet rag?
You might.
you might,
Okay.
but like it's because of his character, you get why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
You might not get it, but you understand that he's not making the best decisions, because he can't. But yeah, it is, it's frustrating. You're just like, no, we wouldn't, but then you wouldn't have a show if he did something right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
But yeah,
boy.
it's very interesting.
It's
and
on Netflix.
yeah, for me, one season, every episode's out,
Yes.
and they're like 30 minutes long mostly, and you could just, and there's like 7, so it's not even
Oh yeah, I can get behind
nice
that.
and easy.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. And if you want to water cool it every week with your people, you can.
He's talking to me. I was trying to be quiet to be polite, but he's got to drag me into it.
I'm just throwing out the greatness of
He's spitting some nectar
of
at you right now.
Netflix's every episode
I don't
at
know
once.
why
thing.
this always comes up, because I never, not once ever said I am against shows
I know
that
you're
are
not
out
against
all
it.
at one
I know
time.
you're not against it.
I just prefer a show that is week to week, but I would not say give me week to week. Nobody else have.
But
binge.
you can understand how if you wanted to
understand how
make
you're wrong.
everything week to week, you could.
You could see how you're scum.
Yes,
you could make everything week to week if you had every episode. You
could, yes.
Wouldn't that be great for
If-
you? And for
But that's
us,
the
'cause
thing.
we
But
could
that's
do-
the thing. You can't. Like, you technically can, yes. But if you want to be in conversations with people, you can't. And if you want to go like online, you can't.
I
And
know,
if you-
it's
like,
it's tough.
It's impossible. If it's all out at once, then it becomes a game of racing to not get things spoiled
Right.
for you.
I mean,
It's
that happened to me with
you dodge
Fallout.
all over the place. So, yes, technically, if I
TikTok
didn't ever go online and
spoiled a
didn't
lot
have
of
friends or
stuff.
family, I could do it that way, but I can't. So that's why I enjoyed Shogun, because it was week to week and we got to talk about it every week. And I was like, this is great. We're all on the same page. We can all have these conversations. But
Well, that was any HBO show. I like that they're kind of spread out week to week because it does give me
Yes.
some time. Like Barry gave me some time
But
to decompress in between
I
episodes.
wouldn't. I don't have any issue with a show that's out all at once. I just prefer when I get to let things simmer to talk about with people. But yes, if it was just me, I could just watch and it wouldn't be an issue. If you haven't watched Shogun, you should watch Shogun.
I know.
It's
There's a lot
one
of
the
things
most
I need to
perfect
be
shows I've ever
watching.
seen.
This is me. I'm like, oh, there's so many things I have to watch, and then I get home
Time
and
for
like,
Dateline.
right? It's like my brain is wrecked, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
the only new things I can watch are wrestling and Dateline, and then I'll maybe go into something, and then it's like, I'm gonna watch this episode of The Simpsons I've seen 4 billion times, and just let that glaze over. Yeah, but
Did you just do it, George Lucas.
but I'm trying to get better at it. I do want to watch
Well,
Baby
you are
Reindeer.
in a very, very, very big boat. Lots of people are in that same boat,
I
so you're in
know,
good company.
It's tough. It's hard being me.
You should watch Freerin. It's excellent.
Oh yeah.
It's very soothing. It doesn't require like a lot of energy to
Okay.
like it's just an enjoyable
Frieren
place to rest.
And Shogun were my
So good.
5 out of 5s shows this year.
Man,
Okay.
It's so good.
Well, I'll recommend Conan O'Brien Must Go to everybody if you want
yeah,
a nice,
that's on my
easy
list of things
breezy.
to watch.
Yeah, I
I
was
just,
definitely gonna
that's
watch
like
that.
there's no push to watch that right away because the type of show it is. It's not like that's not going to get spoiled. Like
So, spoiler alert: he goes to Ireland.
yeah,
That
exactly. Like
episode
there's
looks
no,
hilarious.
there's no
It's
storylines
really
or
good.
anything.
My favorite thing about him is that he insists, because I watched all of Conan Without Borders too afterwards, because there's only 4 episodes
Yeah.
of the new show, and he just really finds his way to be on soap operas in every country that he visits, and it's hilarious. Like there was one he went to Mexico and he played like a rich cheesemonger guy, but he had this like cowboy hat. He spoke like perfect Spanish.
Man,
and-
so funny.
Yeah, and he's always trying to romance ladies who want nothing to do with him. And God, it makes me laugh.
SD, are you watching The Next Generation for the first time now? You're saying that's pretty fun. I watched that show as it aired back in the day with my parents because my parents are big Star Trek fans. I really love that show.
Nerds.
Wesley.
It starts getting like good at the end of season 3. The first couple seasons, much like The Simpsons,
Shut up,
first couple
Wesley.
seasons have their moments, but it takes a while to find its groove. Wesley, you were
What-
watching The Next Generation for a while.
Yeah.
When does Riker start stepping over chairs to sit down?
I think that's like season 1 he's doing. that
Oh, well
stuff.
then.
When does he
Yeah.
ask you a lot of questions? Who's the tallest man you've
That's
ever
right.
seen?
Dude was just doing that earlier this week.
Have you ever seen a bicycle?
Oh, you watched as it aired. Okay, I got you.
Surprised? We made it up.
All right, that's it. We're done here. Thanks for joining us on this weekend or this weekday show. We'll be back to regular next week. So play some games, hang out with friends and family, rest, relax. You deserve it. And we'll see you on Saturday. Goodbye. Not next Saturday. Not this Saturday. Next Saturday. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.